That's...
What was that?
That's their dog. One of their dogs.
Okay.
Ben and Becky.
I'm like, if that's coming from down the hole, I better knit this fucking boy faster. Come on, Pinocchio! You're gonna do some action today.
Pinocchio has some work to do.
Head down the hole. I'm gonna put some of that oil of sharpness on. It'll last for an hour or so.
Okay.
Hopefully, that'll be enough time to if we do find something to beat up.
I like that oil of sharpness.
Yeah, like the oil somehow makes the blade sharper.
Nice.
No, it just adds to the attack rolls, I think, but still can help though.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's for biting through armor. 1 second, I gotta fix resolution on this.
Alright, remember, we're gonna go talk to him. And we'll hold these as a backup. And
These being the bombs.
yeah, I'm gonna hold these up. And remember, they weigh about 10 pounds. And I'm gonna have a torch, because it might be dark. Wink, wink. You guys might also want a torch.
Why
Sarah
would I
can see in
want
the
a
dark.
torch?
Yeah,
And
Sarah.
I have light.
No, I mean because the Plan Bs may require...
I can light mine.
Explosions.
Yeah. Trying to figure
I think
out how
Arda
it might...
can too, I think.
I could
Let's do it.
light something like a torch or like a small campfire, so I should be able to
That'd be
use
perfect.
my cantrip to light the bomb.
I can use minor illusion to make it look like it's lit. Would
That's
guiding
gonna be
bolts?
very helpful.
Yeah, would guiding bolts be able to explode one?
No, guiding bolt is radiant damage, not heat. And I
wasn't
thought
sure on that
Druidcraft could, but I just checked it. Fox it does not. Druidcraft does not have the ability to make fire.
Oh,
You can snuff
okay.
out a small fire, but it can't create one. So if you have, I mean, you have a tinder, like not tinder. What's the word I'm looking for? The sparking the jig for making a fire.
Yeah,
Flint.
yeah.
Flint. For making campfires, stuff like that. So you could do it manually. It'll just take you an action, which for a cantrip anyways. So.
If I Google Briarling stats, will they come up, or
I've got it for you.
you could just give me some basics?
It is here. I think if I drop this on you, you should be able to see it. Did you get that?
Oh, I did.
There you go.
Oh, sweet. Oh, he's got dark vision.
Do
Oh,
I have
so
to
cute.
roll anything for my spell to bring side back?
No, as long as you have the full
Guys,
to do it.
guys,
Yeah.
Yay.
this is Geppetto, or this is Pinocchio. I made him. He's my baby. He's gonna be playing point on this mission.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at him, shake my head.
He's adorable. Look at his little tiny arms.
Did you make him to look like a mini pogo?
No, I made him to look like Pinocchio. He's got a giant nose. He's a good.
There's
He can't
coincidence also.
talk or anything, but he understands. Watch, do a little dance.
He hisses at you.
What? That's not right.
He has to follow commands. It doesn't mean he has to like you.
All right. Maybe he's not the best friend. You're all right. You're fine.
He just turns, looking toward the tunnel.
Contemplating whether I want him to hold this. I just hold up the palm.
Oh, the bomb. Okay, I thought you were gonna hand him. Just let him burn himself up. little tiny ember lands on him, burns him up.
Free action. Catch.
Launder stands up from the corner. He kind of rubbing his knee a little bit of his injured leg. He says, "Well, I don't know. We ready to get the show on the road? If we're gonna go face our deaths, we might as well, get to it, I guess, before we lose the daylight."
All right. Okay, Pinocchio. You're going to walk in front of us by about 40 feet, 30 feet. And you're just going to walk slow. Try not to get any further than that. But just keep your hands up. Nothing aggressive. Don't be swinging those tiny little arms around all willy-nilly, all right?
You see empty eye sockets, because he doesn't have actual eyes, of course, but the shape where the eyes would be that you knitted kind of squint at you, like a frustrated, like an angry child. Like think Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he's angry.
Sure.
That's kind of what this thing looks like.
It's adorable.
And he turns and starts marching down the tunnel. You hear Coral crunching under his feet.
All right. Wait, under his feet or under the things that we put in the thing to cover it? Did we cover it?
You didn't cover. You covered like 6 feet.
Pinocchio, come back. Come back. How far is it? How much of it is there?
You see that it goes back about 20, and then it turns off to one side. You know that it can't go very far because you can smell and hear the water. You can hear like the bay coming through the tunnel.
All right. We need to use this wood to make some sort of bridge. I thought we did that.
Wood?
The wood that
You covered the first part. You took a table. Well, Norok took the table. Yeah. You took the mattress. So you've covered the first. Table is probably 4. We'll call it 10 feet total. The mattress is about 6. The table's another. If you spaced them, you could get a little bit more, but otherwise about 10 feet of coverable ground.
All right. Well, let's see. She can fly. Can you? Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough to carry me, Olwen? You look You look quite stout. You're a very attractive, stout woman. You look healthy, like doing fitness exercises.
I might need my hands to defend myself.
No, that's fair. Did we really just come up with this plan and then have no way to walk through a tunnel?
Pretty much. Sarah, I'm hopping in the room with you if you don't.
Did anyone... There's... I can make more coral.
Speaking of, after we're done this, we should get that broom.
Yeah, well, we have to find a person to fix it. I think we need an artificer, right?
Well, the good thing is I've never heard you...
survive this first.
Yeah, the good news is I've never heard you ever ask anyone about fixing it, so we're on the right track to getting that taken care of.
Well, we have to find the right person to fix it.
I understand, I'm just... But... Might have to ask one or two people.
There are certainly more than competent artificers in Marethalis if we can make it that far. But we have to get out of here first.
We thought of everything about this plan except how to get out of this fucking room. We're so close.
Launder actually seems a little bit like mirthful, like expects he's gonna die and is just kind of saying fuck it and you know allowing himself to chuckle like a morose kind of a laughter.
Been there.
In my inventory, it says I have fine clothes. Now, are those the clothes that I'm wearing?
If they're the only clothes listed, then yes. Let's see. You have fine clothes, and they are the only clothes. Yeah, so that's what you're wearing.
Never mind then.
Yeah, those are like your nobles' clothes that you have. You know that you've been wearing the exact same clothing for like 6 months now. I don't think it's been 6 months, but yeah, it's been a while.
They're not so fine anymore.
Yeah. Jeez, it's only been 2 months. We're literally at 2 months now, basically, since you guys started. Yeah.
Well, I've got a bedroll. I can lay that down.
Did we ever try using like fire to destroy the coral?
We tried to cut through it once, and then someone I think it was Norok, almost fell down the hole. That's the most. Otherwise, we've been avoiding it.
Right, so I'm gonna go float above some coral and shoot a firebolt at it and see if it does anything.
Okay. You float into it. It's dense enough that there's really no, you can hit it easily because it's pretty much bigger than your firebolt is and would be very difficult to miss from short range like that. You float into it, send a firebolt at it. It blasts around it. No damage except for there's this kind of faint singeing blackness to it. That's it.
Yeah.
And now that as close as you are, there's a very faint, singing coming from it, like music coming from it. You heard it before, but now that you're close, you're hearing it again. The tunnel is really, not very big. It's a little bit claustrophobic. Like Norok and Launder will be able to walk through it, but they'll have to kind of hunch their head down a little bit, the way that I do if I'm in a car. You know what I mean?
Can they walk through it without touching any of the coral on the sides?
Yeah, they're taller than they are wide. So yes, but they're going to have to kind of turn their head to the side a little bit, essentially. They can't walk straight, standing up straight.
I want to double check. I feel like we tried this before, but covering your ears doesn't do anything, right? This is in your brain.
You're not in there, but yes, at least last time when you
I
guys
think it
were
was
in
when,
camp.
yeah, within the house.
Well, actually in there too, yeah. And then also when you were going through the Worgen camp before you'd gotten to, to the main camp when you guys were just kind of stealth your way through when you're invisible. You heard it there too. I think that's when you tried to cover your ears.
Oh, guys. What if we just cover this? I got a bedroll that's like another 4 or 5 feet because I'm tiny. So we've got what? They maybe 12 to 16 feet of it covered, and we got another 15 feet after.
Oh wait, weren't we gonna use the tents?
Yeah, we can lay down the tents. I don't give a shit. I don't have a tent.
The coral's pretty sharp. Like the coral is pretty sharp. Like it'll probably, tear through them pretty quick.
That's better than nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, you do feel, just looking at it, does seem like as abrasive as it is, it'll probably end up destroying the tents or at least damaging them to the point that they won't protect you from rain. But you can always get new ones if you get out of here.
I can make new ones.
Yeah.
Or you just
You can do that.
let's do it. Let's cover this as much as we can, and unless someone else has a better idea, I'm out. I don't have a magic spell of non-floor.
Launder looks at Norok. Non-floor is the same thing as levitate, right?
Yeah.
That
No
makes
levitate.
sense. Yeah. Well, the floor is not an issue if you can levitate.
I mean, honestly, I could probably jump on the broom, and it's just I'm more worried about Norok and
Artemis
Wander here.
Yeah, Artemis is Sarah.
Can Artemis do something too? Am I crazy? Can Artemis not do something else?
Well, she could be shaped into something tiny that we could carry.
She can fly herself. She has her own flight forms now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's awesome. Can you turn her into anything else that might help us?
I could change into. Well, no, I don't think it'd fit in here. But the big dragonflies we saw, I could turn into.
Yeah, the cricks. Yeah, it wouldn't fit through this cave, but
No.
you can. Like you studied those well enough.
Did you by any chance study that giant?
You practice a little bit. You could even fly people with it too.
Did you by any chance study that giant worm? Can you turn into that fucking thing?
No, we don't have time. You
Oh,
mean the thing
sorry.
that was trying to kill us? No. It
Yeah,
was
bury a hole.
over an hour to study it enough to be able to turn into it.
Still, how neat would that be? Just digging a big hole through everywhere.
I really love that Artemis has had enough of Pogo shit and is like getting frustrated with him. That makes me laugh. That gives me a good
Well, he
chuckle.
doesn't understand why the elves don't actually want to come down here, because if you touch the portal, trying to get back is complete hell. And being turned into a Worgen early and or going insane, not a very good option. So trying to say, oh, let's just go ask people for help when people have been trying to kill us for centuries. Yeah, no, not.
I love it. Justin, that's a bit like the tension from our other game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
It's not that I have anything against Pogo. It's just some of his ideas are just like, no.
Well, Justin does a good
Pogo
job
gets
of
very
playing Pogo.
Pogo gets very frustrated. Yeah, but Pogo's a frustrated character in this game because he's a party
Kinda
guy. He's a
party
lover,
with-
not a fighter. None of this is really his bag.
It's specifically learning how to wear heavy armor just to not get thrown around so badly.
Mhm.
Well, medium armor, but in seeing Artemis though pulling the tents out of the bag of holding and beginning to kind of lay them out, Launder goes in front of you and you kind of hand them to them, and he goes as best as he can in settling them out in front of him. He says, I get frustrated as well. I understand the stress that our countrymen are under, and it's up to us to do what we can to save them, right?
See, he gets it.
He was talking to Artemis, not to you, although you guys are both actually saying the same thing. So,
All right, so should we just walk through? I've got my friend Pinocchio. He'll take point, and we'll just try to get through this.
well, you lay them out and around the corner, and then you can see light coming from the other side, and then you run out. You use all the tents and everything else. You run out. Launder just kind of stands there for a second, his shoulders slump, and then he turns around and goes back to the beginning and grabs the first tent, because you guys have had enough space to kind of everybody pile onto this, and he's just trying to shovel his way past.
I mean, if you see anything else we can put down here, feel free. It's anything that you think might work.
He kind of carefully tries to push his way past you without pushing you into the coral, touching the walls, and then being careful to also not touch it himself as he goes past you and grabs the last one and comes back.
Also, Launder, you should probably stay closer to the back in case we need you to work your magic for us and help us out. Can you still do that a few more times?
He nods like an excited puppy. He says, "I was really hoping you guys would say that. I'm terrified.
No.
Just to be honest, I'm terrified."
Well, we need you, and we need you to not be fucked up. So we'll make sure you stay alive.
I similarly need me to not be fucked up.
Yeah.
He kind of grins awkwardly. But you guys with him kind of going past you, and then you kind of passing it. What's the word I'm looking like? When you would pass buckets for a fire, people all stand in a line and pass buckets of water along, that kind of thing, like a manufacturing line, whatever. That I can't think of the word for that. But anyway, just passing it along.
I was like, I think we all got it.
Okay, if I had described it well enough, sure. I couldn't think of the word of what that is. It's what Henry Ford made, but the
assembly line.
Assembly line. There you go. Thanks.
That's the word.
Passing that along until we get to the front. What is the marching order?
I'll go after Pinocchio. If I want to be able to see what we're walking into, and I want to be able to have a conversation. Should we need? Try to keep my cool.
Okay. Then who's in front?
Pinocchio.
All right, so Pinocchio in front, and then you after.
Yeah, Pinocchio's in front, and I'm going to do my best to try to keep slightly, not just... If I can keep my head from poking out, I will, but he's going to be maybe... How far is this down? It's 20, 30 feet?
Around the corner? As soon as you come around the bend, you can see that there's light outside, but as soon as it goes outside, it leads to some stairs, and then upstairs, and you can't see beyond the stairs.
Yeah, I'll keep him about 15, 20 feet ahead of me, somewhere around there.
Okay. Then Olwen comes in, kind of floating along beside you. As soon as you get out of this area, it widens out, so there's enough room that you don't have to go single file. Launder in the back. Who's after Olwen?
Me and Arteme will be on the broom.
Okay. Where's Norarchi?
I guess I'll hop on after. Sorry, my phone just died, so I had to reset it. I didn't notice the order.
Okay. Then, I guess we'll put you abreast with Arteme and Sarah on the broom, right behind Olwen, and then Launder will be behind you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then you guys make your way out of this tunnel. You notice that as soon as you come out of the dirt, that the stairs are made of stone, like they're hewn stone. They're somebody built this. It's not just a natural ramp or something. And as soon as you come to the
Can I keep an eye for any traps too?
Sure.
As soon as I notice it's like man-made, I feel like I'm going to get nervous and want to keep an eye out for traps.
Give me an investigation check.
Fucking exploding mushrooms everywhere. And
Actually, so specifically, when you come to the kind of halfway space where there's obviously hewn stone, crafted stone, and these stairs, and then the dirt begins to kind of fade off around the outside of it, the coral goes back into the dirt and looks like it goes like into it and then down or into those walls and then back, but is no longer visible. You don't see the coral anymore once you get to the end of this. As soon as you step off at the last of the tents, the coral is not visible anymore. You can hear water coming from the up above at the top of the steps here. You can hear like flowing water up there. But apart from that, it looks like stone. It looks like it almost looks like the tunnel was went to this on purpose. But the base of these stairs here have that same look as the tunnel that you guys went that was vertical coming down out of the house. Does that make sense? It looks like it was recently dug. Like this tunnel was recently dug. Coral had gone through it, and then the coral dissipates into the dirt. And you're just at the base of the stairs.
So this might sound weird, guys, but it seems like they're these things and people are kind of unearthing these temples like they're recent. This all seems newly dug.
Olwen, who is over your right shoulder, off to your right, she kind of, you hear her essentially. You hear her kind of nod, and she says, "Yeah, I think they wanted this place, or he did at least."
Are they? Do you know if they're looking for something? Oh shit! Did the elves take their land? Is this Native American, United States Native American situation? Is this an
These are
oil
First Nations
pipeline?
people.
Is this an oil pipeline? Oh no.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Don't worry about me. I'm just crazy.
As if Artemis was unaware of that at this point. I think he's probably already decided that Pogo's crazy. All right. Base of the stairs, Olwen kind of stops. She's still floating, of course. Stops and turns and looks at you. She says, well, they're right up there. They're not... I don't feel like they even know who they are or what they are, but they're up there. And they're waiting for us, and he's just behind them.
Do they seem hostile?
They seem indifferent, but they'll follow orders. They won't have any choice.
Right.
They're mental slaves.
Well, let's continue through and see if we can talk to this thing. Maybe we can convince him to leave without any more destruction, or maybe we can come to a compromise.
Worth a shot.
Worth a shot. As I grip this fucking bomb in my bag.
you got a hand sticking into a pocket holding a bomb.
I got a torch and a shield right now. I'm not feeling uber confident. All right, so we're gonna walk
upstairs.
Yep, and I'm gonna keep Pinocchio 20 feet ahead of me.
20 feet. All right.
So,
Because the edge of the map is a little bit further back, so you make it to the top of the stairs, and I'm going to show you a map here in just a moment. And we'll just say that you guys have not actually approached this far. We'll say that there's another like 15, 20 feet that you guys will be able to see at least a little bit of it here. All right, good. All right, I was afraid it wasn't going to load, but I had gone through all of the files to cut down the. Oh, well, I got to change these orientations wrong. There we go.
Hey, they're pretty.
Right.
Why can't I change the size of this fucking thing?
Hold Control, I think, and then click and drag to resize the window.
Ah, perfect. Oh, wait, no, yeah.
Everybody have the map?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you, as soon as you get to the top of the stairs, it is an open path. There's no ceiling up. Well, sorry, there's no so there's no ceiling to the walls, but above that, about another 10 or 15 feet above, so the walls are 10 feet tall, and then 10 or 15 feet up is the top of the cavern. So just like the area outside when you guys were in the first part of the bay there, how there was still a cavernous roof above you, but it was like an inside, like a wide open cave inside of a bay. Does that make sense? Like you got rock, and then the sea is eaten away and eroded away all of the land beneath it, and this temple was inside of that. Does that make sense?
Somewhat.
Anybody? So it's not like a ceiling of it. You're not inside of a building. You're basically in an outdoor church, essentially, like the outside of this temple area, but you're still under this kind of large overhang of the cavern that is far above.
Okay.
So it's still shadowed, but there's sunlight out, coming in from outside, just like the other cavern was.
Are we talking about like the end of Goonies? Is that kind of like?
I don't remember it anymore. It's been too long, maybe.
You're a terrible person.
Think of it just like a giant. Think of it just like a big open cave, where the ceiling is way, way, way up, and then the north side, just north of here, is wide open to the outside, going straight out to the ocean. Okay. So there's still sunlight. The birds are flying in. Like it's high enough up that there's that there's basically like this would essentially just be considered outside. You just have a roof essentially. But you've approached through the top of this, or through the entrance to this tunnel, these stairs that lead up to this tunnel here, or this like kind of hallway essentially that leads out into this wide open kind of open air atrium kind of a thing. This is where the water sound is coming from. There's water on either side that you can hear, and then surrounding this whole thing are just dozens and dozens of aquatic humanoids of various species.
I'd like to whisper to Olwen, is the main guy here? Is he here?
A bit further. He's in the bay past them.
Oh. Okay.
Amongst these, though, you recognize there are Sahuagin, which you guys have seen before. There are the Marathosians. These are Arteme and Norok. You've actually seen Marathosians in person, and they are amongst these, the red-skinned ones. There are some species that look maybe like merfolk, There is these crab-like guys in here.
Sorry. That movie where it's like, man, I never get to see a merman. From
Zoolander?
No, it's the Cabin in the Woods horror movie.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
never get to see a merman.
Yeah.
Consider yourself lucky, man. That is every time I hear someone say like merfolk, that's what I think about.
Anytime I hear the merman thing, it specifically reminds me of Zoolander because when Ben Stiller's character's dad, who is John Voight, is making fun of him and disappointed him, he says that his son is a mermaid, and he gets pissed and says, "I'm a merman." Instead.
That's a good one.
It's a dumb movie, but it's good. Anyway, but yeah, so some merfolk in here, and then there's this crab-like species that probably none of you have seen before, but at least Artemis would recognize. They're called chul. She would have heard of before that. But basically, they're all just kind of standing there still, like they're kind of swaying in place a little bit. In fact, it actually reminds you a little bit of the dead guys from the Vabian armies, Mortrolis.
Mother French toast.
What are you trying to grab?
Right. Oh, I'm trying to move that window, but it's being...
The chat window, you have to right-click on it and then unlock.
Yeah, it's unlocked. I fucked up. Don't worry about it.
You can grab it from
it's not a
the
big
bottom.
Deal. Okay. Not a big deal.
Olwen kind of has floated forward and then stopped. Pinocchio is continuing to walk ahead of you.
Yeah. Okay, everyone.
Elsewise.
We're still okay. Do I see anything that's going to hurt me in front of us besides all these murderous people that are besides?
Nothing so far. Pinocchio just keeps on walking.
I don't know. Hey, he's only supposed to go 20 feet ahead of me. Pinocchio, slow down. Slow down.
He stops and turns back at you, looks at you, and hisses again, and then starts walking back towards you slowly.
He doesn't like you, apparently.
Yeah, he really does a bad job of his one thing he's supposed to do. That's like his main. He'll do everything you say. If it feels like it.
Well, okay, he has to do what you say. It doesn't mean he has to like it. It doesn't mean he has to, be nice to you.
So Pogo, looking around at these faces, is going to continue to slowly walk forward, looking out for any aggressive movement from them.
Okay. How far are you going?
Until I notice aggressive movement. I don't know if that means anything to you. Do you want me to just move slowly, or do you want to move?
I mean, if you're continuing to move, then I'll just say that something will happen. What was Sarah going to say?
She's going to look at Olin and be like, "So can we just walk by these guys so we can go talk to the big guy in the bay, or?"
As you're saying that, and Pogo is walking forwards, she turns and looks at you, and she shakes her head. And as soon as Pogo gets to yay-ish, with right behind the Briarling here,
he's 20 feet ahead of me.
Okay, was he supposed to keep distance from you then?
Yes, he stays 20 feet ahead of me.
All right, fun.
Yeah.
There you go. He continues seeing you walking. He just turns around, flips you off, and walks backwards as he's flipping you off, keeping his 20 feet. But as soon as you've kind of gone into the main area of this vestibule here, certain members of this, like amongst this group that are on either side, immediately start just kind of mindlessly walking into the center towards you. Give me some initiative.
Oh, initiative?
Yep.
Oh boy. Hey, do you want to, Leah? Look, we're about to die.
You want to witness the TPK?
We went the wrong way. We should have zigged when we
your
zagged.
enthusiasm of us all being dead. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's extremely reassuring.
Yeah.
The 8 was for Sai. Fox?
Yes.
Right.
1 second to roll initiative.
Hang on,
Let me turn that down. 1 sec.
Whoa! That got weird. Hold on.
Alright, so I got a 10. Make sure she's not hostile.
What was it?
So you're trying to talk to us, or you're talking to Leah? I assume you're talking to Leah. Alright, let's see then. Everybody.
Okay. In 10 minutes, I have to. In in 10 minutes I have to go put eggs on ice. If anyone's curious.
Eggs on ice?
Does Jeremy sound like a fucking base robot to anyone else?
It sounds all like his.
Sounds like this.
Like a kidnapper.
Unless he is trying to sound this way.
No, it's the voice changer.
You sound normal now.
I hit a key that I didn't intend to hit.
I really like that voice changer. That's fucking cool.
Oh, it is really fucking cool. It just ruins the surprise a little bit. These guys have heard it before, but I somehow hit it. I didn't mean to, but I somehow hit my hockey board, I guess.
Okay.
Let me get these guys revealed for you.
I don't even know what I rolled for initiative. I have no idea what's happening.
You got a 20 total.
Oh, I got to roll for my Briarling too.
Oh yeah, go ahead and just roll out a flat 20. You guys getting scared yet? For all these guys, they have to make visible.
Terrified.
There's a lot of bad guys. Yeah.
I should not have wasted my thing on this Coral Briarling, but that's okay.
What, your blood?
Yeah, I could have used it for something cooler that would have been helpful here, but it's all right. We're
how much
okay.
did you pulled out a pint, right?
I think I think I pulled out enough to use it once, but I think it can only also be used once a day. And it's either this or it's the other thing that I can do.
No, you can do both of them. The Briarling is once per day.
Okay.
I think it'll say in there specifically what the limit is.
Oh, I'll double check it.
Where is your Briarling? There's so much thing. There's so many things in the freaking
There's
combat track.
so much going on right now.
Oh, I already had an initiative for him, but this one is 1 point less.
There you go. So we move in the order, so. So, as you guys approach, you see two of the Chula, the crab-like creatures, moving forward. At least half a dozen of the Sawagan, and a couple of the Marathosians. There's some very... they look utterly indifferent, but they look like they are determined to prevent you from getting any further. It seems. Artemis, it is your turn. They are for sure hostile. If that was unfamiliar or if you were not aware. Are you seeing the map now,
Yeah, so your voice has changed again, right?
God damn it, really?
it's fine. It's just so funny when you're talking normal. So,
hang on, I know what it is.
There it is. You're back.
I know what it is. Okay, so apparently my number pad. That's not one of the hotkeys it's supposed to be. So I just won't use the number pad. It'll be fine.
Oh boy.
Sorry about that.
I just love it. It makes me laugh. It's a very because I can understand how cool it would be when it's being used for that right purpose, but when it's just normal shit, it's really entertaining. It's like it sounds like in the movies where the kidnapper gets awkward. It's like, we demand 10. Wait, no, hey, stop. No, you already got fed. No, we gave you food earlier. No, that's bad kitty. Like that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, you get the idea at least, anyways. But as long as you can still understand me, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna use the ice knife.
Okay. Where are you throwing it?
That guy.
Automatic. Oh, he got a. Hang on.
Also,
you got a natural one, and then
if
there was
you rolled a 1 though, go ahead and re-roll that bad boy.
If you're within range, Fogo's going to use his reaction to let you re-roll.
Yep.
All right, you send out just a lance, like a glowing chunk of ice, into one of these Sawagan. He looks up at it, and the eyes go wide for a moment, and it just sinks square into his chest before exploding. Go ahead and roll the damage. He failed his dex save. And there's the one. Of course, there's the one. But it sinks square into his chest and then explodes. Which one was that, Fox? That was number 25. Where is he on here? Did you target him, or did you just use the combat tracker?
I targeted him.
Where is he at in the group?
He's like at front.
Oh, I see. Okay, so then roll the target Chul 26 and Sawagan 28. The one to the top and then the one to the left of him.
Okay.
To roll the area damage, where the explosion from the ice knife shatters and covers them in shrapnel. You immediately see that with the explosion of the ice goes into the neck of the Sawagan next to him, and he sinks forward as well. As soon as he does, 2 more of the Sawagan in the crowd there just step forward and just kind of walk out slowly to take their place. Two of them
when
are
she
knocked down.
said hundreds, how many are we seeing? Like, I know that there's this on the map, but how many does it look like?
So just for what's like, if you did a very quick rudimentary head count, you'd say there's probably 40 that are right here visible, and then you can tell just through, because you're small enough to kind of get an occasional glance between them. You can see that there are stairs that lead down on the other side. So many more. But at least as far as some of them, the Sawagan, for example, do not appear to be very difficult at all. I'll tell Justin as a...
By the way, I'm really glad that we re-rolled that for my reaction. So far from the whoa sounds, it was a good re-roll. Solid reaction re-roll. Yeah.
That might be Artemis' best round. That she's killed 2 creatures in the same round.
Yeah.
Any questions, Fox?
No.
Okay. Then it is Pogo's turn.
Okay. Well, I think we're at plan B, I suppose. It didn't last long. Good thing we talked about it for like 40 minutes.
Launder shouts from behind, "No, we're not at plan B."
Nah,
We have to at least try.
I'm actually going to try to cast... I'm going to use those knitting needles to cast Grasping Vine.
Okay.
At... what's the... I gotta look that back up.
Well, if you click on the info button to the right of the Marathosian knitting needles in your actions tab under items, under there you'll see Crimson Vine. It's in the middle section, and it'll say, that's fine, I can fix it. It'll say 1 bonus action, 30-foot range, 1 minute duration.
No, but I just don't know what the vine does.
Oh,
I
what
don't remember what
Vine
it
does?
does.
It tells you in there. I put all of it in there for you.
Individually, once per day, the needles can be used to cast the spell Grasping Vine in a particular location. The effect can be empowered by using a cup of fresh blood as a material. When empowered, the vine lasts for 1 hour. Just when attuned.
Scroll down a little bit further and read the part that says Crimson Vine. I put all the stuff you needed as far as the spells that it can do in there for you. Crimson Vine is the version of Grasping Vine.
Oh, I get it. So is that going to be under my abilities?
Same thing. So click on the info button, the little eye button to the right of the Marathosian knitting needle.
Sorry, I was just doing it from my inventory.
Oh, okay, I got you. Go to your actions tab. I put it in your actions tab so that you wouldn't have to do that.
I get it.
You did it the way that you should do it. I just tried to make it easier for you is all.
Well, look at you trying to make my life easier, messing everything up.
Yep. But you click that.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it within 30 feet. I'm going to put it 30 feet in front of me to the right, where there's seemingly more creatures as my bonus action.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Basically right by the well, in between those two guys.
30-foot radius or diameter?
30 feet causes a vine of red coral sprouts. You can direct the vine to lash out at any creature within 30 feet that you can see. That creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be pulled 20 feet directly towards the vine.
Okay. I just put the vine on the map. Go ahead and drop it wherever you want it.
Perfect. I'm just going to put him right there.
Okay.
It lasts for 1 minute. Till the conjured effect ends, you can direct the vine to lash out at the same creature or another one as a bonus action on each of your turns. Okay. So, let me just double check on this. 30-foot range. Pointing the knitting needles at non-occupied natural surface. Okay.
As part of summoning it, you can make it lash out at something right now.
So, I think I will, because it doesn't do damage, right? It just pulls it towards it.
It doesn't do damage and it doesn't grapple. It just moves it towards it.
Yeah. So for right now, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to cast it.
Okay.
And then as my action, I am going to fuck some shit up. I'm actually going to cast Bane on... I believe I can cast it on up to 3 creatures.
Yeah, level 1, unless you're going to use a higher level.
So I would like to cast Bane on what looked to me to be the 3...
Egg time?
Yeah, it's egg time. Alexa, dismiss.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back. I gotta think about this anyways.
shit, I was going to skip to the next part, but Togo will need to be here for that, so. Just a sec, guys. Sorry for the awkward start. Just been a couple of weeks, and I didn't have as much prep time as I would have liked.
That's fine.
Is Adventure Box done, Fox?
Yep. It's been done since the 12th.
Oh, okay, only a few days then. All right. I was meaning to get around to it if I had time. I still never gotten to do it at all. Every time it comes around, I'm just too busy.
It's a glorified jumping puzzle.
Yeah, that's the part that I don't like because you know how good I am at those, but you know, and they're not good at them obviously. But it looks like fun. Like it's just because I played. You're too young for that, of course, but Ben and I played those old school 8-bit style games that is intending to kind of look like. So it would have a certain amount of nostalgia.
Kirby and Super Mario 3.
Well, speaking of those 8-bit games, I'm guessing where the inspiration for the
yeah, it even said
stuff at the same time.
It even says like where they took inspiration from it and like what some of the stuff is referencing.
Yeah, that's what Ben and I grew up on, and Becky too.
Yeah.
Okay, but Kirby and Super Mario 3.
Did you play the original Kirby though on the NES?
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't
okay,
know.
I mean, Super Mario 3 was the NES, so that and Kirby's Adventure was the first one on the NES.
I still have it. I still have the cartridge for it. I still have the machine, but the machine's broken. It just plugs into the thing, and then it's all a white screen.
Was it Super Nintendo or regular Nintendo, like NES?
I don't know.
Well, Mario. If you're playing Super Mario 3, then that is the NES. If it was on the same console.
Yeah, they were the same consoles. This cartridge where you have to put the cartridge in, and sometimes it won't go in properly, and then you have to take it out and blow on it, and then put it back in because the pins are being annoying. That one.
Right.
There was also Duck Hunt and Superman and a ton of other games. I still have all the games.
That is the original NES. So you may have earned a slight amount of nerd cred for that, Fox, but still, like,
money too.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm not getting rid of my console. I need to find something to be able to play the cartridges. I'm not getting rid of it. Are you crazy? I want to get it fixed.
I mean, it's still obviously better to play it on the actual, but you can emulate all that for free if you want to be Fox.
I know, but why would I want to emulate something?
I know, I agree. It's I would play it on the actual systems too, especially if you could. But if yours is broken and you wanted to, then you still could.
That's true.
All right, so
Back?
I am back. So I'm going to cast Bane on the three of the creatures that are actually walking towards me. So, like, are they the red ones on the map?
They're all so ignore the lines. If you click on the lines, you'll see them as one giant token.
Yeah, I get
but
it.
the ones that have a red, can you guys? Yeah, you guys can see the red squares. So if you see a red square around somebody, then they're in the combat tracker.
So I'm going to target these three since two of them seem to be big motherfuckers, and one of them seems pretty close coming up on the left.
Okay.
And I will cast Bane. Let me make sure they're actually targeted.
Yep, you have Swaggin 22, Tool 3, and Tool 26.
Cool, I was just thinking, like, is that 26? Yeah, it's 26. Perfect. That's fantastic.
If you mouse over it, it'll tell you what number they are. But yeah.
I don't have my combat track. What I did is earlier when I was fucking with a window, I messed so much stuff up.
Oh, do you not have the WSX set back up yet?
No, it had to do with it switched it back to one window instead of my dual monitors.
Oh,
and then I had to move everything back over.
Yeah, if you try to resize it, especially if there's multiple monitors, it really fucks up Fantasy Grounds. Like, it's a pain, and you end up having to close it half the time.
Yeah, that's why I was like, and everything happened. It was literally when you brought up the map.
Yeah, no. Fantasy Grounds is just it sucks because I really love this program and I've put a ton of money into it. But for sure, though, like Fox hasn't gotten to see it yet, but Foundry though I'm like, I may have slightly fallen in love with the program somehow. That's how cool it is. It is a fucking amazing application. I'm really excited about it.
Okay,
it's just
so you're going to show me how to use it tonight?
Yeah, if you want, sure. Got it all set up so that everybody can connect to it. Shit. Okay, well, you guys are off to a good start because all three of them failed their save. I got a 13, an 11, and a 3. So all three failed their saves. Go ahead and put the D4 on them.
Do I...
So now that you've been targeted, Yeah, you click the middle one, the one that says Bane attack minus 1d4, and then you're going to click the Bane C self after you only have yourself targeted.
And then myself, so I'm holding concentration on this spell for right now.
There you go. Jesus, that was fucking long. It'll be a lot easier to prep in Foundry as well, so I'll have more time to fix other things.
And then I am going to use my motion to back up right to the corner to let everyone else get through if they need to. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell at them that the big crabby-looking ones are hopefully not going to hurt us as bad.
Yeah. So you guys watch Pogo point one of these curved, looks like a raptor claw kind of thing, this needle out in the area, and then this giant red vine sprouts up out of the ground and just kind of whipping around above, looking very similar to like the eye stalk that was above the house when you guys came up before. There's no eye on the end, but covered in these little appendages and everything. The rest of this group is still kind of slowly walking towards you, but as Pogo steps to one side, there is I don't think this is going to work. I think this is broken. I think I broke it earlier. Let me try just in case. But one of the Marathosians, one of the red-skinned creatures in the back there, who should be larger. There we go. You see its eyes snap shut sharply as if it's in like immense pain, and then its neck snaps backwards and the eyes burst open again, emitting a radiant beam of this purplish red glow, like a flashlight if you're shining it through a window at night. You can see a beam of light coming out of it. And then the creature's feet lift up off of the ground, levitating a little bit, and then its form begins to blur and shimmer, making it hard to focus on it, and then it turns its gaze back to all of you. Let's see if this will... Was that audible?
No.
Nothing. Okay, I did break it. This one here, that I'm moving it now, begins to float towards you. With these glowing eyes and this kind of glowing form, the aura almost surrounding it. It's clear that it is apparently under some other control. It is. You haven't seen Marathosians before, but it appears that this is somehow empowered, I guess is how I'll say that. As it approaches, it points at Pogo. Pogo is probably Pogo actually, because of that the vine that's there. And there's a murmuring as it holds its hand out, horror movie kind of style, towards Pogo, and it is going to cast a spell. I think it's a wisdom save. With that.
I have something for that. It's a counterspell. Oh shit! I'm not in range. Never mind.
Is he too far away from you?
I think so. I think it's only like 30 feet.
No, I think it's 60 feet, and he's 50 feet away from you.
Oh, good. Counterspell.
But you would need to be able to... You know what? You didn't get a chance to move yet, so I'll say that you moved with... Artemis hopped off of the room, and you moved a little bit to be able to see what's going on here, just to give yourself room to be able to see it. So you're going to counterspell him?
Stay strong, Pinocchio!
All right. You cast the spell. Go ahead and mark up your spell slot for it using your reaction. The art of arcane energy that was beginning to form around his finger stops, and he turns and looks at you angrily, and then flips his other hand instead, sending out a bolt of this kind of roiling crimson energy at Pogo. What you counterspelled was a separate. I'm gonna whisper to Sarah what it is. Whoops. That's what you blocked. You knew that that's what it was. But what was coming, what he sends out of the other hand is a attack +4 at Pogo, which you got a 6, misses anyways. A ball of glowing red energy smashes into the wall above your head. You feel covered in like sparkles almost as it falls around you, and then he just kind of screams in anger and continues approaching. It's about as far as he can move there. That's it for his turn. It is one of the Sawagan's turn. Is going to also approach.
Are these guys levitating or no?
No, these guys are normal.
Seriously? Damn, he's got some movement. Little motherfucker.
It was only 30.
Oh, okay. I just don't know how math works.
But he
get my shield up
with a spear and jabs it in your direction, and you kind of knock it away with your shield, just barely keeping it from scraping across you. Another Sawagan. make it here. And another. That'll be. Whoops. Didn't mean to move him. About yay. Sarah's turn.
Okay, how do you make a cube again?
Hold down Shift and then left and right click together and drag.
Nope. Ah!
You did it. That's a 5-foot cube. About as useless as a cube can be, but it's a cube.
Alright, now can I
Holy
move?
shit.
Yeah. Click in the center where the 40 is, grab that, and you'll be able to drag it and move it.
Don't roll any ones. I'm out of free actions.
Okay.
No, Pinocchio!
Is walking 18 technically in that?
No, he's outside of it. 22 is in it though, in the bottom left.
Alright, so I'm going to hit all of these guys because for some reason I had it stuck in my head that I could only do 3, but I can target 6 creatures with slow.
That sounds right. Yeah,
So,
it's a level 3 spell. Yeah, I mean, right at the even just
Slow
regular
is
level 3 is 6.
badass.
Yeah, it is. She's used it to dramatic effect on numerous occasions.
Yeah, they get like what, one attack, one action only, no bonus.
An action, yeah, exactly. Either a bonus or a regular action. That's it, and no reactions, and half their movement speed, and their AC is -2. All right, so let's see. You throw out the kind of molasses-y effect surrounding the area here. Of them, one of the tools succeeded, and Sawagan 22 succeeded, and the rest failed.
so the
priest failed as well.
26 and 38 failed.
Well, it automatically does it for you, so it's already, as far as targets are concerned, it's already taken care of.
Sweet.
If you just apply the effect. There you go. And then if you left and right click together, it'll remove your just left and right click with no modifier, and it'll delete it. There you go. Okay. Any bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Shan.
Okay.
Where do I want her? Right behind the priest.
All right. Make her not hostile to you. There we are. And does she get to make an attack as part of the summon? I don't remember.
No, she rolls initiative, so she got it.
Okay. All right, she got a 12. She's a +2, I think, right?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me.
It is a 2, yeah. So she's got a 12 total for AC or for initiative. Okay, then if your turn.
No, I'm gonna come this way. All right. Where do we go? I'm going up over here.
How high up?
How tall is it again? The ceiling?
It's like 50 feet up to get to the actual ceiling. The walls around you are about 10 feet tall, and then it's another a long ways up. But it's not a smooth, it's a ramp. It's a it's a natural structure of the cave above you. So it's a long ways up. How high up?
What was my limit? 12 feet. So
20. Like basically 18 is safe for you.
I'll go 10 up.
All right. Then you are still very much, not that the vine would hit you, but you are, basically eye level essentially with the vine.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that if your turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do.
All right. Then this is the jewel that is affected by the slow. It's that. No, that's Bane actually that's on it. This is the one that succeeded on slow.
I'm going to take out the rod. I'm going to hold the rod.
Okay. You are still shadow skinned. Okay, so you're going to hold the broom in your right hand, the rod in your left hand? Okay, you actually have 2 hands right now, so we can at least take advantage of that for once.
Yay! I've got a shield and a torch. I need a third arm.
And a fishman right in your face. These are the same kind of fishmen that were on the ship, by the way. Do you remember your first session?
Yeah.
Sawagan are the same kind.
What's up, buddy?
Are they friendly to you now? 20, 25. He can't quite get there. This Chul is going to run, just kind of crab scurry. It's towards you. Cannot reach Sarah up in the. How high up? You said 10 feet. He can reach Sarah.
Damn.
Sarah's going to be crab food for sure. He's about 8 feet tall, and is just going to. It kind of has to tilt sideways very awkwardly for a crab, and then just reach out with a pincer and try to snap you off of the broom, out of the air here.
Shield.
I
got my reaction back.
You did get your reaction back, so go ahead and mark down your shield and your spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to show you something.
Oh no.
The D4 saved your ass, I bet.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
Oh, so is that the only thing that gets past it? Because
Yeah, natural 20 is going to hit anyway.
even minus the... Oh, does it not count with the -4? Or...
Well, her AC it would be a 23 anyways. And he got a 24 total.
Oh, it was only
with the -4. So he got a 20 plus 6 minus 2 from the Bane is a 24, and her AC with the shield up is 23.
Damn.
Right?
21, I believe.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
less
so it still
sad
hits
then.
anyways. Yeah, it's not because it's a natural 20 that it hits. It's that her AC still wasn't going to be, but the natural 20 does mean it's a crit, and you guys may need to help Sarah or Becky with a new character plan,
Yeah.
because that's going to hit real hard, and then it's also a grapple.
Oh man.
You managed to hold concentration though. You got a natural 20 on your concentration check. So you hold concentration as this thing snaps up with its pincers, grabbing into your leg and into the broom and crunching down.
At least it
holding
only
on.
gets the one attack.
It actually does get multi-attack, but
He's not slowed. He's just banged.
this is the one that is not slowed.
Damn it.
This
This is going to be a very confusing battle.
Well, that's what starts happening. You'll see this, Justin. As soon as people start getting into higher levels, there's just so much shit going on that it's actually like it's difficult to kind of juggle and keep pace and everything like that to keep things moving. But I try. I know I'm not great at it, but I try. But
Okay, it's kind of fun, honestly. The confusion's kind of entertaining.
I get a kick
I
out
like
of it.
anarchy. I like the anarchy of the situation.
All the extra complexity makes it fun to try to keep track of everything. For me, at least, for keeping track of everything. But since it had to reach up and grab you, though, it can't reach you with its other claw. It kind of yanks you down out of the sky, though. You're about 5 feet up or so, still on the broom, but only because he's pinching the broom into your leg as he's crushing it. But you are make a oh, it's not a dex save. It's a Constitution save versus 14.
Big money, big money. No whammy, no whammies.
Nope, that's a check.
You do have inspiration too. Remember, everybody has inspiration, and you're gonna need it like this fight, probably. So, all right, that is another 2d10 plus 4 damage, not crit, but as it's crushing your leg into the broom.
Oh my god!
You still managed to keep your concentration up.
You don't have a leg, but you're concentrating on slow.
And you are grappled now as well. That's the same as Ben's rage sound.
Yeah.
All right, another Swagin's turn. So you guys see Sarah is being clamped with a crab claw into the broom and just kind of held off to the side. Like Sarah's is literally horizontal right now, being held out and bleeding badly out of the leg. It is the Swagin can't quite reach, so he's going to go. He can kind of get to Sarah, but is not as concerned with her apparently. By the way, all of these guys. Wait, he's not visible? All of these guys are they look mind controlled, for lack of a better term. So if that as you guys can imagine, of course, considering the circumstances around this, you can gather that's probably what's occurred here. That's as far as he can make it. It is Olowin's turn. She is. Let's see. I just realized she has vicious mockery as well.
Good.
She moves forward, seeing you having just battered Pogo, having battered away a trident style spear away from it. She just kind of floats forward over your shoulder, and you see her hold a hand out in front of him, in front of the Sawagin that's directly in front of you, and a wide horizontal sonic boom emits from her arm. Well, at least the NPCs are doing well. And blitzes through the both of them. Hang on.
Do they also move back? That'd be real fucking neato.
Immediately as this beam goes through them, they kind of shock for a moment. Their eyes go wide, similar to what you saw with the ice knife that had snapped into them. And the two of them kind of fall over to one side, and they're jittering in place, like they're almost like electrocution, but it's psychic damage. They are both dead. Which let me see. Range on it, yeah, still hits the Jewel as well. So hang on, I didn't roll for him. 10 damage to him too. All right, so the Jewel is also hit by that, which kind of you feel the body of it shake, Sarah, as it's kind of holding you in place, being jittered. And now the other Jewel's turn. He can only move half speed, right?
Yeah, he's slowed.
All right, so
and baned. Fuck that guy.
Jeez, I can't even tell where half these guys are. There's just so many.
Yeah.
This battle's gonna take forever. There's so many enemies.
Well, the good news. So this is.
I mean,
this
hey,
is
look at
meta
that.
knowledge.
Maybe we'll all die in 30 minutes.
Don't meta this, but Justin will. This will be useful for him too. Most of these creatures are what are called minions. Minions in a mechanical sense, which means they have very little HP. Generally, one hit will kill most of them. Not the big guys, but for the little guys, at least one hit will kill almost all of them. So they're not really very strong, but they still hit and do full damage and everything. But if you can hit them at all, they're generally dead.
Yeah.
That's
Most of them
provided
won't
you could actually hit them. Look at
I picked up on that when she murdered two
Well,
of
you
them
did
with
kill
ice
two, yeah,
knife
exactly.
splatter.
Yeah, you know, so like that's the one of them was the direct hit, and the other one was the shrapnel damage. But you know, that's it essentially. Is that you killed two of them in one shot because they are weak.
But that's
it's Pinocchio.
extremely rare. Normally, I miss everything.
Well, you would have missed except for Pogo giving you his reaction.
That is true.
Yeah.
So Pinocchio, I'm gonna yell at Pinocchio to attack the crab that just hurt my friend.
Okay.
So Pinocchio is gonna go right up behind the Chul 3.
Okay.
And he is going to use his multi-claw attacks.
Makes 2 claw attacks if both hit the same target. The target's grappled.
If the target's grappled if they both hit. Escape is a DC 13. Wait. I'm sorry. Do these actually not do normal damage? These do normal damage on their own too, right?
Yeah, if they hit.
Yeah. They're normal attacks. Okay, I just want to make sure that they did a damage as well as the grapple.
So, you know, so what I at least do with Shan, with Sai and with Shan, is I let Sarah and Fox control them. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for you because I rolled for him and he missed, but I'm going to let you actually have control over him. So roll your d20. It's a +5 for his chance to hit.
Cool. Big money, no whammies. Yeah!
That just hits. AC is an 18, so that just barely hits.
So his little fucking wooden Pinocchio claw just attacks this fucking crab guy.
Yep, and it's a d6 +3. And go ahead and roll it again to see if both hit. If they both hit, you'll grapple it. The same way that, remember in the fight when they reached out and grabbed onto Sarah and then slammed her?
I believe it was the exact same situation we're pretty much in right now.
Well, except Sarah was the one. So, all right, they both hit. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 6 total. It's 1d6 +3 per hit. So, all right, 8 plus 6 is 14 damage to the Jewel.
And the Jewel is grappled, and in this sense, I have also grappled Sarah by the laws, by the mathematical properties,
by transitive properties.
Transitive properties.
Transitive property. Yep.
I have grappled Sarah.
That also, while he's grappled, while he remains grappled, it is an extra D4 piercing damage every turn on the beginning of his turn. So he is held and grappled. Is Ben's phone dying or something? What's happening, Vic?
It keeps kicking him out of Discord.
Okay.
Trying to bring it back up.
Okay, he's back. Yoji. That's it for Pinocchio's turn?
And that will be Pinocchio's turn.
Okay. And that Chul is grappled, who is grappling Sarah still. It is Norak's turn.
No, I was just reading it on Magic Missile, but just to make sure you can hit different targets with the same cast of Magic Missile, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, you can hit as many targets as you want. For each dart, you can send to a different target if you want to.
And each level is 3 pulls, right?
Don't you metagame! Don't you metagame, you big son of a bitch!
He did watch.
Unless
I was
he's
about to say
outside
that.
range.
Well, I was about to say that don't meta it, but he did watch Arteme blow up 2 of them with the with her ice knife
It's
already.
true.
So
And he technically is really far away.
That's true. Throwing an axe would be his best shot otherwise. Yeah, G, so you could do individual darts for each one, and it has 7 charges. But remember, if you use all 7, there's a chance of it breaking.
Okay. Then I need to.
Every dart's a d4 plus 1.
Okay.
I will tell you the Sawagan have more than 1 hit point. It's just not very many.
Okay.
Arteme just rolled high enough to kill him anyway. Whose blue circle is that? Is that Arteme? Yeah, it's Arteme.
Yeah, because I'm planning something out. I'm just trying to see where to put it.
Swimming pool. We're gonna put it right here, guys. It's gonna be great. We'll have a hot tub.
How is that a
pool.
pool?
A swimming
it's
pool. Yeah,
Just
everybody will
plan
just
it,
chill.
plan it out. You know, we're making fun.
These guys are aquatic. They would like a swimming pool.
Yeah, well, we're not coming back here later for a schmitz. A schwitz? That's the word.
I want a pool, damn it. Stop teasing me.
You can't have one in Canada. That's
I
just
had one
silly.
in Canada. My grandparents had a pool, okay? I loved it. Every summer it was great.
Yeah, and then you get an ice rink in the winter.
It's called a
No.
lake. It's not a pool. You're
No.
talking about going to a lake.
No, they had an actual pool.
I heard if you have pools in Canada, they just end up filled with dead mooses by the end of the summer. They just
No,
fall
they
in. It's like 4 or 5 a year.
With maple syrup.
Then you gotta try to get like 7,000 pounds of moose out of your pool.
Of wet moose out to dead wet moose.
Where
Smells like a Chewbacca shit.
shit. Jeez.
I bet they fill them with Molson, don't they?
No.
And they freeze them and play hockey on their pools.
Oh.
Well, they don't. They don't like pools up there because maple leaves clog up the filter all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. See,
Science.
poor Fox. Like it's not okay to be racist, but you can still mock Canadians all you want.
Hey, they're mostly white. So it's fine.
Yeah,
They're what?
they're mostly. You said
white.
they're mostly white. So it's okay. Except you're native. What's the First Nations people? Inuit.
And most of the immigrants.
And your Frenchies. Frenchies don't count.
Wow. That is just rude.
I'm just kidding. I practiced very hard at being an asshole. You should know this by now. RG, what'd you do?
For the magic missile, do I target all the targets that I want to do, or do I just do each one individually?
It automatically hits. Yeah, so there's no chance for it to miss or anything. They all automatically hit. So target whoever you want to hit with it, and then roll the damage on it one time, and it'll apply the damage to each one. Assuming you're okay. Are you going to do multiple darts on any of them, or is it just going to be 6 different targets or 5 different targets or whatever?
I'm just gonna hit the ones in front of me, Hogman 8 and 11, and then Crabman 3. That's trying to
Okay.
grapple.
So how many darts on each of them?
There's 3 darts per cast of it, right? Per level.
No. So you have 1 dart per charge, and you have 7 available charges. Sorry, you have 6 available charges because you used 1 already.
Yeah. On the last night, I think I used 1.
Yeah. Okay.
The 1 dart across the river to take out that
That's
one
what we killed him,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like to picture him like giggling under his
Theoretically-
tentacles.
Strategically, you'd only want to use 4 of them if you have 5 left, because you don't want it to.
He's got
split.
6 left.
Hey,
yeah, so
there's
5
only
would
a-
be- yeah.
There's only a 5% chance of it breaking though. So
It's not
That's-
huge. Yeah, if you use all
no,
6, that's okay.
still.
But if it breaks, then it's broken. So.
you do you, big
What do you
guy.
I don't want
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Kind of a cool
You can
thing.
do 5.
I'm going to use 4 charges total, 1 on each Sahagwin, and then 2 on Chul number 3.
Okay, then target the 2 Sawagan first.
Okay.
Just do just those 2. And you can decide as you go, by the way. You can fire off 2, and then it's all part of the same turn. So if you decide to use more elsewhere, that's okay too. All right, so go ahead and you only have 1 targeted right now. That was enough. So 1 dart killed him.
So now we all probably know they're weak.
Yeah, everybody
That
would
would've-
see this now. That this is
That
3
would
of
have
them.
been the big kicker with 1 magic missile.
Well, Olowin killed the other one's dead. Olowin killed 2. Arteme killed 2, and now Norak has killed 2.
Yeah, but I don't know how strong our Orlowin's magic
That's
is.
true. That's true.
And
Yeah.
Ice Knife is a pretty decent spell, but I know magic missile's not that.
That's fair. Yeah, Pogo would recognize that too. So, all right, so you're gonna do just two more darts on this Chul.
Yeah.
All right,
And then
go ahead and
also,
roll.
I was thinking too that since I knew I was too far away from the Chul, then I would have use some range stuff, and I wouldn't have known that it would have killed them. But
It's
I
true.
shot the hot ones first, and then when they fell, I was like, okay, well, I'll shoot somebody else then. So, is that fair enough?
That's fair.
I think that's very fair.
And then one more. Oh shit. Well,
Seraphina's feet! Good job, Pinocchio!
our most capable wizard, Norok, comes out from behind the crowd with his stick of stars, sending out little sharp orbs that blast into these, and the shell of this tool lights up with this kind of crackling energy as it falls forward, collapsing nearly onto Sarah. She's kind of thrown onto the ground with the broom. Not high enough. She was only like 5 feet up, so not high enough to actually hurt her. Sarah, you are no longer grappled as the claw is still kind of wrapped around your leg, but not pinning you anymore. It is dead. And your Briarling is now free and no longer grappled. Okay, and you're raging, G?
Yeah. That's
All right. All right. We are back to one of the Sawagan. It's gonna run up. It was just behind Shan. Seeing Shan appear out of a puff of smoke is going to run in behind and try to jab at her with its spear, which hits. Oh, sorry, that was two-handed, so it's the 2 more, so 9 total damage to Shan. And that is it for its turn. It is Shan's turn.
Okay, so alright, she's gonna attack this guy.
Is everything I baned dead?
God.
What a waste. Yeah, I think it is. I did that before I realized how weak they were.
Hang on, Chul 26. Did he save? No, it's still on Chul 26. The other Chul is still baned. No, that still hits.
No.
His AC is 10 apparently. You got a 10 total.
Like that.
He's not wearing armor or anything, so.
Thing.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on his save. That's not on the yanking him down. Okay. Yeah, so he saves. Shan rushes forward and leaps up, grabbing him out of the... He's 4 feet above the ground. He started floating up in the air when his eyes started to glow, when it's clear that he's being controlled. Does anybody recognize what I'm talking about here? Anybody? Does that sound familiar to anybody?
The way they're being controlled?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes and no.
obviously it's mind control from probably this big fucking thing.
Yeah.
Maybe the same...
I know Becky would recognize it. I didn't want it to, appear exactly the same, but... Alright, anyway, so Shan reaches up and just bites into his leg, and he kicks at her and frees himself and kind of spinning in the air, clearly infuriated, but obviously not under his own mental faculties. Is that it for Shan's turn?
Yeah, that's all she can do.
Okay. You guys can't see far enough for that to matter. Let's see. What is the range on this? Hang on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's potentially real bad, but I think it might be too far
Good thing
away.
we're not all clustered in one chunk.
I tried to.
I'm glad we learned our lesson from the last time we were clustered in one chunk.
Look, I gotta have fun too, guys. It's not all fun.
No, that's fine.
If you guys win every fight, right?
I'm still trying to figure out.
You.
I'm still trying to figure out just a way to get through that back wall of motherfuckers.
So I'll tell you that as you guys clear these guys, it's going to thin out. Basically, is what's happening. You're already seeing it. I just haven't removed it. In fact, I'll go ahead and remove one of these groups already. That they're thinning out as you guys are killing the crowd, because more and more are rejoining the fight here.
Sure.
There you go.
But they're coming up from the back, I'm guessing.
There's ones on either side as well, but they're basically just kind of filtering out as you guys are working through them. It is Sai's turn.
Wait, was that it? Wait, did we not get hit with some crazy spell?
No. Well.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, that's all. Yeah, you're good.
We'll see. You guys haven't seen.
Yeah, no, that's
yet.
you're good. You're good. Yeah.
She's gonna go and fight this.
Spoilers.
Okay, the Sawagan there. All right.
Isn't that one dead? Turns out.
Nope, he's still alive. He is slowed, but he's still alive. Did I for a turn?
Yeah, I just don't know how to do the damage or to do.
She doesn't do damage. She's a familiar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't have. She can't do damage. Not,
She can distract
can.
though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the bite is a distraction for her to give someone else advantage on an attack against that Sawagan.
Okay.
But the Marathosian warrior is going to approach. There's another Sawagan in the way. He has to go around.
Oh God, Sarah. Why'd you go up there?
I mean, really coming. Yeah, I mean, coming. That's as far as he can make it. Is here. There's a Briarling that was attacking and holding onto the crab, and then there's Sarah as he comes around the corner. So, do me a favor, Becky. Roll a percentage die. 50 and above. 50 and above is the third from the left, and you right-click it, and then percentile is the top left. 50 and above is he's going to hit the Briarling. 49 and below is he's going to hit Sarah. And this may be good night for Sarah. He's got multi-attack.
The Briarling hisses at him.
Are you going to command him to hiss at him? Like he was hissing at you? Oh.
Briarling.
Yep. He's going to swing at the Briarling. Which, I mean, he's still got some use. He did do a little bit of damage to the jewel, at least.
Did. Bad, actually.
Well, the Marathosian misses with his first swing. And we got a natural 1 on his second swing.
Stay strong, Pinocchio!
The
I love
Marathosian
you!
comes just kind of stumbling forward, holding just a massive axe in both hands, and just kind of mindlessly swings one axe square over the head of the Briarling as the Briarling ducks out of the way, and then he leans up with the other axe trying to bring it down and slips in the floor here in the puddle of Chewel blood, slips falling forward onto his own face, the axe kind of biting into his own like calf area, hurting himself with one swing, and is now prone. It is.
Good job, little guy.
You guys are having a better time with it than I thought. You're doing okay, except for Sarah.
Getting, yeah. Besides Sarah, we're getting pretty lucky.
Launder, if you guys aren't facing his direction, but he kind of leaps onto all fours and then jumps forward, trying to get past through kind of the area between Olowin and Pogo. And there, let's see.
If you're not throwing bombs, just stay back and heal us, Christ. Are you gonna be alright?
Well, he's trying to get to Sarah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like he heard Sarah squeal, and see her yanked out of the sky, by the crab, and is rushing over to do Cure Wounds, because basically Cure Wounds is the good heal, but you have to be touch range, whereas Healing Word you can do at range, but it's only a D4, so.
Would I have seen him coming and knew that he was coming for me?
Probably without time to be able to react to that, maybe. For what purpose?
Because I would have yelled at him to stay there. I was coming that way.
You wouldn't have had time really to react in a way. You could shout that, but he would already be kind of leaping over and on his way to you by that point. That puts you. It was 11 that he rolled, not very good, but still better than you were.
Exactly.
Brenda, 24 in wounds. God damn it. Hang on. Okay, I changed it back. I would have been speaking funny for a second there too. Anytime I use the numpad, it's acting as if it's supposed to be the hotkey, and it's not. Let's see, that was. He can only back up a little bit. He can back up to about here, kind of blocking Pogo, really, not on purpose, but he backs up awkwardly and is kind of blocking Pogo's view. And the last Sawagan here.
It's funny when you say the last, I look and I'm like, where the fuck are you even? Where are these guys? There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Pinocchio. I can't look.
He also misses. He got an 11. What is?
God, I love Pinocchio. His AC is not even that fucking high.
But he's real small. I'm guessing it's because he's as small as he is. Like he has AC for high dex. He's got a 17 dex. Yeah. So
yeah.
AC is 13. Shit. Well, I got an 11 on the attack, but I guess he's just rolling shitty. All right. Nothing you guys can see. So it is Artemis' turn.
Shan can't actually take damage, can she?
Yeah.
Yes, she can, and then she'll explode and die. But she like, it's kind of like how you can just bring your familiar back. Sarah can just do it immediately with sorcery points. And you did see her get poked by the Sawagan.
I'm gonna put this. Can you call back your little Briarling guy?
Not now. Actually, no, I can't. Once he's there for an hour. That boy's in it to win it.
No, the Briarling you can move.
No, I can't. But not unless it's his. Oh, I get it. I thought you meant like actually move him.
Oh,
like,
hang on.
as a
Okay,
character
Arteme.
thing.
I think Arteme, you meant call him back. Like if he dies, can you resummon him? Is that what you're asking? Arteme?
Kind of.
No, I can't do that. I thought you
Can
meant
you-
move him.
Yeah, can you just call him back to you or like out of my circle?
It would be on his
On
turn.
his turn.
Yeah, he's got an order, so he's just stuck there. You also
Okay.
might kill the other Majig.
Okay.
But he can
So-
resummon him. He can make him again anytime. He just needs more
Not
blood.
today, though.
Yeah,
Well,
once per day. Sorry.
Yeah, once per day.
I think it's once per day for that, but not for the vine.
I'm gonna put that there then.
Okay.
So that's spike growth.
Okay. Did I?
Actually, that might not really affect the vine too badly. Because it's
I
stationary.
think he can move through. Yeah, that won't impact the vine. The vine's not a creature.
Yeah.
So. Read me spike growth, Fox. Read me spike growth.
The big ground in a 20-foot radius enter the point within range, twists and sprouts. Hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult to enter for duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing
2d4,
damage
yeah,
for
okay.
every fight. The transformation
like
of the ground is camouflaged, look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time of the spell casting is open to them, but they see it, blah blah blah. It's hazardous terrain.
Awesome.
Yeah, and since the guys are coming from over there, that's kind of that's gonna fuck them all. So
That was my whole
good job,
point.
Fox.
I was thinking of putting it somewhere else closer to us, but then there was Shan, there was like little Pinocchio guy, or
And
Sarah
Sarah died.
in the way, and then it's
Not yet.
just I
yeah.
was trying to not get our guys while making them walk through it to get to us to make it
Yeah.
harder. But
Well, good job. Yeah, good job.
Good play. Good play. Good play.
The you see Arteme stepping forward, and the liquid that's under. You can see the kind of grates across the floor there. There's water under that. This purplish water that surrounds you. The same as in the bay. This kind of poisoned water kind of slips up out of there, out of the grate, and then pools up along the floor, filling this whole area until it kind of solidifies into ice, leaving these kind of purple icicles all around the floor there. Difficult to see unless you know they're there, of course, but. Sorry, got a text there for work. All right, filling up that area that is now covered in spikes. That's your action, right, Fox?
Yep.
Any bonus actions?
shit.
Oh, I gotta take a grapple off of Sarah. She's not grappled no more.
I'm gonna use healing word on Sarah.
Okay. Hey, you rolled max for it too. Nice.
That's
Is that it for your turn then? No more movement?
I'm gonna move back a bit to try to
Okay.
get it.
All right, then it is Pogo's turn.
All right. So, the two in the spike growth are still alive, right?
Yes. The Sawagan 18 and the Marathosian warrior are both still alive.
Okay. I am going to move up to. Oh, I don't have to have concentration up anymore. Oh no, I still have one guy on Bane.
The priest is still slowed. Oh, sorry, for Bane. Yeah, one of the Sawagans still has Bane on him.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to Sarah, and I'm going to give her the stone, my lithic stone.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm going to target the Marathosian warrior, and I'm going to.
Sarah's hands are full. She's
Oh.
holding on. To
I'm just
the
gonna,
one
like-
in the room, so but you can
she's
put
not-
it in a pocket.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shove it in like somewhere in her pants. I'm not feeling the up. Don't worry. There's a thing. There's a reason behind this,
There's a
and I
reason.
feel her up just a little bit.
Make a sleight of hand check. All right. Okay, so you drop the lithic there. That's
And then I
that's item interaction. So, guess what?
Guiding bolt on the Mithrosian
The
warrior.
Marathosian. Okay.
Yeah.
And remember, if you bonus action to use the vine, that's the vine is a bonus action to make it grab things on your turn. That's not a creature. So if you're going to, that's when you would do it.
Yeah, I can't decide if I want to do that or if I want to do something else in my bonus, but I'm going to do this first, see what happens.
He's.
That was weird.
Why did you?
That's what happened when I hit cast. Why did
You
that
had
come out weird?
disadvantage on it. Why did you have disadvantage? Well, you had disadvantage for some
Yeah.
reason. That's what I'm looking for right now. Where are you? There you are. Oh,
Okay,
no, that's the
prone.
concentration effect.
Because he's prone and it's a ranged attack.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh
he
shit,
was...
that's right. Yep,
Oh.
that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Uh,
Well, I mean, yeah, it's still a ranged attack.
So-
I mean, if you,
I did
I'll let
not
you take it back if you want to. But
realize
yeah.
that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I simply didn't realize. So he's basically lying on the ground. Is the other guy
Well,
lying
he
on the
slipped-
ground? This-
No, he slipped in the blood and fell forward and hit himself in the leg. He's got a natural 1 on his attack.
That's right.
on your
I was like-
ranger guy.
It's like, who the fuck attacked him? Is this Swagan
He hit
behind him?
himself.
Is the Swagan still
Swagan is
standing
not
up?
prone. Yeah, he's
Okay.
still standing.
Then I will target the Swagan and attack
Alright.
him. Do you want to just use one of my rolls?
Well, you got a natural 1. You got a natural 1. So if you're going to use your reaction
oh,
to
okay.
reroll
Yeah.
the 1,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just going to reroll that fucking one.
Okay. there you go. That hits.
4. Ploosh. Holy shit! Seraphina's
He doesn't have
fully
a lot of hit
healed.
points.
I just
Oh,
got
shit,
a
that's-
console error pop up.
You got a what error?
I don't know, console error?
Has it? Okay. I probably have too much shit going on in the map. Probably.
There's
If
a lot happening.
it's still letting you interact and everything, though, right? If you just drag that window out of the way, like just drag it off the bottom of your screen or something.
Yeah.
Just healed.
Okay.
Every time I exit it out, it just pops up with
It'll
an
just
error.
pop back up again, yeah. But you can just drag the window down to the bottom of the screen. I can't promise this, guys. I'm gonna try to get everything that we need for the next session built just in Foundry if we can, if it's reasonable to do so. But it'll be like time to learn. So hopefully we can get through it, at a decent enough pace. But I don't want to, force through it and have it,
Maybe wait till we're not on a 400-person boss battle to try out Foundry.
That's kind of it. Yeah, it's like I definitely wasn't gonna
Wait
do it
till
for
we're like in a town buying groceries.
the shopping episode is when it'd be fine. So, all right, all right. So you blast your guiding bolt into the head of this Sawagan. It just explodes the neck right out. There's an empty, space where the head previously was. It just collapses backwards, spraying more blood across the stones here. That's it for you. Oh, you still have bonus action.
And then can I? And I'll still have more movement a little bit. I actually am going to use the bonus action to have the vine pull the Mithrosian warrior back. I think now I got to bring that back up. Let me read that real quick.
Must succeed on a dex save or be pulled 20 feet towards the vine.
Okay.
your
I don't
DC?
think he's grappled though.
Why would that matter? He's
Oh, I
not
was just curious.
grappled.
Yeah, he just
Oh
gets
no,
pulled
the,
away.
the vine doesn't grapple him. No, it just pulls him back. That's all. It just
In that
yanks him back and
case,
lets him go.
in that case, I'm actually going to leave the vine where it is. I'm going to use my
Banjo?
bonus to cast Spiritual Banjo to attack the Mithrosian warrior.
All right.
That's actually better. I like that. Just do that forever.
Me doing it. I'll record myself doing it instead.
All right. So this is where it gets.
I just dropped it right up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
right beside him.
So if I
Fox, do me a favor and double click on left and right click together on the map.
That's not doing anything.
Did it? No, it's still there. That's fine. And it won't hurt anything.
Ooh.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm okay. I just I'm gonna roll the hit for Spiritual Banjo. Everything started
go ahead.
moving around. And I got confused.
Oh, Sarah or Fox is trying to move the circle. If you if you right click on it, Fox, you should have an option. It's right click on it, and then actually I can do it for you anyways. I always forget that I can do that.
Oh, he's prone. Fuck. I keep forgetting he's prone. No, fuck it. I'm gonna keep it. That's my fault.
Really, no. That's good for you. It's advantage when he's prone.
Oh, that's why I rolled advantage, not disadvantage.
But you got a 1 and a 2, so even with the advantage, it didn't help very much.
Yeah, it did not. I saw that.
Dude's laying on the ground, bleeding out from his own ankle wound, and your spiritual banjo still can't hit him.
Just swinging above him, his head. See that, Pinocchio? That's how you do it.
All right, that if your turn.
Yeah, I'm actually. Can I use a free action to grab the stone back, or do I leave it in their pocket?
You put it in there as your turn, didn't you?
No, I did the attack as my
No, I mean,
action.
well, during this turn, you put it in your pocket at the beginning of this turn, right? Yeah.
It's okay if I can't. It's okay if I can't pull it
Yeah,
out.
it's item interactions of 1 free interaction per turn. You can grab it at the beginning of your next
So
turn.
she
or
should have
can
also
back
been
it.
healed 21 more hit points.
Isn't it off of cantrips, or is it only off of first level spells? Because Guiding
First
Bolt's
level
not a
spells.
cantrip.
Yeah, it's
level spells?
only off of first level.
What's that?
I healed some. I went from 24 to 16.
No, that was the
Oh, okay.
healing. That was
That
the
was the
healing
healing word, yeah.
word.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and then McDude's and Launder had also killed you.
yeah, because
uh,
I almost maxed out the guiding bolts.
Level 1 or lower, that's right. So it's level
yeah.
1 or lower, so Guiding Bolt is... Yeah, okay. Let me take
So
those back then.
We're all doing good. We're all
Yeah.
in great shape. And I'm gonna move behind what I'm assuming is a big fire pit. Like a
Yeah,
is the fire pit on the ground or is it in the air?
it's on the ground. It's a glowing brazier.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
it's,
all right.
for your height, it's probably 3 feet, so you have pretty good cover if you duck
Cool.
your head down.
Yep. You're welcome as I go and scream and run behind this little fire thing.
Okay, Sarah
I'm
is
done.
fully healed from your Lithtic of Life thieving still in your pocket, Sarah. The priest then, let's see, it is going to... Oh shit, it has another ability that I forgot to use.
It's okay. We'll forgive you.
He is going to move forward out of Shan's range.
She gets an opportunity attack, right?
So I'm going to go ahead and tell it to you this way. Yes, she snaps at the air trying to grab him, and immediately you see his form is not there at all. He's in the space beside it. And then as soon as her bite retreats, she reappears in the spot that he had been previously, and then just floats his way over. He's floating up like 4 feet off the ground over towards Norok. And he is going to... That's his reaction as well. As he
Pretty
takes Norok
fucking
attack like
neato.
that. But you guys haven't seen a whole lot of this yet, but this guy is not acting like the other Marathosian. He's acting very different because he's apparently under the influence of something else. But he's going to hold a hand out in Norok's direction. And G, give me a wisdom save.
He doesn't happen to be wearing like a silver collar.
No? Why?
Oh no, I was just thinking back to the old campaign when I was stuck in Panther form.
Oh, yeah. No, different. Similar idea, but no. Yeah, the torque. So literally the number you needed to be, G, was a 12. The effect was hold person. That would have been potentially disastrous for Norok because he would have been paralyzed for a minute, like a whole minute. But
I've got a quick question. Since he is slowed still, right? Was the reaction? Did he use a reaction for the?
He did. Shit.
No, he can use the reaction, but or can he not?
No, he can't.
Like,
No reactions. It's either actions or 0 reactions. So in that case, you would have seen him try to phase out to make himself in a different place, and then fail as Shan tries to fight on. Go ahead and roll Shan's attack. That hits.
Now, does she get the opportunity to?
Game changer.
Well, Shan's gone now.
Oh, that does she just puff out of existence then? That's 2 more things off of the combat tracker now. Let's find Shan again. There we go. Shan puffs out of existence. You see her leap up and grasp onto, like, around the waist, essentially, of this Marathosian priest as he was trying to phase out of existence. And she snaps into him. You hear an awful crunching sound, and then the Marathosian, the eyes, the glowing color out of the eyes fades, and he begins to crumple forward. Shan disappears in a puff of smoke, and he just splats into the ground. He had been floating 4 or 5 feet up, just splats into the ground, not moving. It is Swagin's turn. Is going to go rushing around, trying to ignore the and kick at the little fox. Is going to rush at Norok and
Oh wait,
Huh?
no, that's the wrong one.
No, it's the other
this one's just
Swagan,
Bane. Yeah, this one just has Bane.
which is still
And
pretty
going
cool.
to- Yeah, and just in a lunging attack, try to spear Norok with an 18, still hits. He got a -4 and still hit from Bane, so just barely. For a d8 +1. Norak's raging, so it'll be half damage. That is it for his turn. Sawagan 8. Also going to run around to jab at... Oh, shit. Yeah, no, he can't get that far. Here, so he can't make it. Never mind. Sarah's turn.
Right.
Yeah, that was the one that was close.
Bonus action rolls. It's bonus action and a cantrip.
If the bonus action spell is a casting time of 1 action, then you can only, if you're going to cast another spell, it has to be a cantrip. Or the casting time of 1 action.
Alright, so first I'm gonna cast my cantrip. Shit, he's not up yet. So
He's right next to you, though. That only applies if you're at a distance.
I know, but then I have to. Well, it's still a ranged spell attack, so even.
Yeah, but if
But you
if
could
you're
attack him
within
with like
melee
your
range-
knife.
Well, yeah, but if you're casting a spell and you're within melee range, then I'm not going to hold it against you. It's only if you're at a distance. If you have more than 5 feet.
Oh, I get it.
Because if you're standing over him, you can literally just, you can reach down and touch him essentially, even though it would normally be a ranged attack, and it's no longer a ranged attack.
Alright, well then I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on him.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, good.
30 is missed. Hang on. You rolled a 16. Never mind. So you rolled a 16 and a 6. The 16 would have hit. It would have had. It has, the mechanics of the disadvantage because of fantasy ground. So never mind. It does hit.
Awesome. So then he loses 10 feet.
10 more feet.
movement,
Well, he's not slowed, but okay, fine.
And then he's
Okay.
got damage.
Nice.
Also
Good
kill.
roll.
So you reach down as he is still bleeding out from the ankle, and just kind of back of the neck, send beams of ice in through his neck, kind of freezing him in place, just severing the spinal cord. And he's no longer moving.
Alright, well that changed my bonus action plan. Because I was gonna Misty Step out of his range.
Around you, there's still 3 Sawagan and the Chul.
How about on the edges? How many more do we see? Can you give us a rough estimate of how we're thinning out this herd?
So mechanically, and you guys can't meta off of this. There's one more full wave, about the same size as the one you just went through, before you'd be able to thin these enough to get through.
Okay. How many are there if we want to just kill them fucking all? Like if Pogo's
It would
looking
be
around,
4
what's
total waves. Yeah, if you were going to try to kill all of them, it would be 4 total waves, and you're almost done with 1. So it'd be like another whole session, and there's like other stuff to get to. So,
Got it.
If you guys want to, by all means, I'll make that.
I
happen.
mean, that
You won't
might
survive, I'll tell you
add some intimidation factor if we get to this main bad fucker.
Just murder everybody.
Just let you know, we killed every single one of them.
Well,
They didn't leave one.
okay.
Then we had a picnic.
Let me clarify. That's just what you can see right now.
Yeah.
From what Olin told you, there are certainly more down below when you go down those stairs.
I've got like a sneaking suspicion we're gonna have to fight those fucking elves. They're gonna be all brainwashed. It's gonna be crazy. Artemis gonna cry.
You did hear from Olin. Olin said that there are some arguments and some tumult.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna get
Which
back
you're
in the room, go back
Okay.
10 feet up, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna have her there at 10 feet.
Alright. Alright.
Because-
So you hop on and then kind of fly up at an angle until you're up above.
That seems like a
past
dangerous
5 and 3,
spot.
with 3 Sawagans around here, 10 feet up, and they can reach. Their
they
spears
can
are 6. Of course, they're about 5.5, 6 feet tall. and
Or
their
they can
spears
throw
long.
spears. Or there's magic attacks.
And
I'm just saying.
that other tool is within range of you, and you literally got snapped out from 10 feet last time by the last tool.
Alright, well then
Just
I
saying,
will
you do what Sarah would do.
15 feet up then, and I'll go there.
Okay.
And my bonus action then, since we're changing that, is I'm going to bring up my shadow knife.
Okay.
Damn. And that'll be it.
All right. It is Olwen's turn. She is going to.
Kick some ass.
She's going to step over, halfway in front of. I'm just going to move him slightly. Step kind of halfway in front of Norak, and she reaches an arm over G and kind of puts her hand on your arm, and you feel a certain empowerment kind of just course through you. Sarah, you don't see anything, but you feel a similar empowerment, and Arteme, the three of you have bless on you.
Nice. That's a pretty good one.
It is the tool's turn.
No, Pinocchio!
On Sarah and Arteme and Nora. There we go. Your combat trackers will say that that was casted by the Chul, so ignore that. The Chul just decided to, give you guys a break. You back yet, Fox? Alright. Chul is going to... It's not a smart creature, and it is... Oh, shit. Alright, well, you know what? It's fine. It would happen about now anyway. You guys, especially Sarah, floating up above this guy, about 15 feet up off of the ground, you see this Chul kind of freeze in place, and there's this kind of clicking sound as its shell crunches together, and then he begins to float up off of the ground. The eyes, the eyes on the ends of eye stalks kind of close and then open up, and there's this beam of this purplish red light coming out of them. It is floating off of the ground and begins to float in your direction.
He is also slowed. I don't know if that makes a difference on what he could do still.
I mean, it's not going to change this point of it, let's say. For his turn, he is going to, he reaches a pincery claw out in your direction.
Oh, of course he does, because now he can float.
that is for your turn, or your broom height a little bit. It is the same effect that you saw on that Marathosian priest. It appears that it is now this tool that is under the control. 30-foot cube.
You had to go down the Fraggle Rock.
What'd you?
You just had to go down the Fraggle Rock.
Swear to God, Sarah.
Tool from Fraggle Rock.
Fucking Seraphina just getting obliterated left and right.
So that will be Olowin, Arteme, Norok, and Sarah and Sai. In that, have to make a wisdom save.
Could I use critical words
Is
or
that
critical
a spell?
or cutting words? Can I use cutting words? Let's see here.
It wouldn't help in this case, Justin.
Okay. It's not an attack roll?
Yeah, it's not an attack roll.
All right.
Is it a spell?
It's not really. It's an effect, not a spell. It mimics the effects of, kind of like the way the Crimson Vine isn't actually the Grasping Vine spell.
Okay.
So wisdom save for Norok failed.
Oh, wait. I get to reroll once.
Okay.
And I'll use.
Are you gonna give your reaction to Norok as well?
I'm gonna give my reaction to Norok to save him. No, Norok, no!
Well, 11 still doesn't make it, so Sarah still fails.
Damn it.
G, go ahead and make that wisdom save again.
Okay.
Pogo's giving you his reaction to let you reroll your natural one. Hey, Arteme succeeded.
Yeah.
Well, Pogo knows what this is. In fact, you guys, probably have recognized the spell or have seen it before. Anyways, it is. You guys see a ceiling above you appear out of nowhere of these glittering rainbow of colors, and Norok and Sarah and Fox, if you would roll a d20 for me real quick, just a flat d20. That'll also fail. So Sai are transfixed in space, just staring up at these swirling colors that appear above them and then disappear. And they are just kind of locked in place, charmed for the duration. That was hypnotic pattern. I gotta find charm for Arteme made it, but Sarah's charmed. Olowin is immune to charm, so it didn't work on her. Alright, so now the mind-controlled Chul is
Norok immune to charm?
outraged. Are you serious?
Yeah. Endless Rage? No, something like that. It's one of the
Yeah, that sounds right. I gotta find it again.
class things for the character.
No, that's not fairly insane. That sounds right. I gotta find it again.
Or Tyranny.
Mindless Rage. Yeah. Beginning at 6th level, you cannot be charmed or frightened while raging. God damn it, G.
Oh, he's just so fucking angry. So fucking angry at these goddamn lights in the sky.
Just makes him more angry.
Yeah.
Alright, so it does not work.
I hate rainbows!
Big cough. I was trying to drink and fucking swallow them and got the wrong pipe. God damn it. I hate rainbows, that's good. Alright, where is the... he is in the spike growth, so Fox, I can't see him rolling too low to make it out of it. Roll the damage for spike growth on Sawagan 14 twice.
14, okay.
Yep, as he tries to get out of there.
I don't even see him in there.
I just moved him to the edge of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's... Oh, wait, hang on. I think I have him invisible on accident. A second. There we go. He's right in front of the octopus statue. So he mindlessly stomps his way forward, just fish-like foot, stepping in through and being speared by these spikes of purple ice until he collapses forward outside the edge of it, but still is bleeding profusely. He is dead. It is Pinocchio's turn. Still alive.
I'm just gonna yell at Pinocchio. Pinocchio! See that big soft-shelled crab? He's delicious. Go attack him. Don't go to your right. Just go straight line. Beeline it.
You know what? So he's floating like 4.5 to 5 feet up, which means that Pinocchio, if he gets directly under him, can try.
Yeah.
But if you realize if he grapples, he's gonna fall downward.
Straight onto him. Yeah, but he's a hardy little fucking dude. I think I'll be alright.
Not really. He's gonna get pushed for sure. If he grapples him, but
can I do multi-attack? So can I do multi-attack? Well, here.
2 different targets. No, you can totally do that. He is disposable.
Can I have him choose to not grapple?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I'll have him do multi-attack without the grappling. Just attack with both of his claws.
All right. Then roll 2 roll 2 individual d20s, each plus 5. AC is an 18. That hits. Barely. And that one does not hit. So you already used your reaction.
I already used my reaction. Yep.
Yeah, for Norok.
Which D6.
You know what?
No, I just used it.
I know you did, but remember he didn't need it because he has this thing to ignore the charm. So he wouldn't have needed to roll to save.
Oh, you're right.
He wouldn't have needed to roll at all because he automatically succeeds against charms. So
all right, one more time. That doesn't Pinocchio. One more time. No, it doesn't hit.
No, that does not hit.
That one hit.
But first one does. D6 plus 3.
Nice.
Right,
you're trying really hard, Pinocchio. Thank you.
He's not been hit much. He had one. I don't know why he had 1 damage to him already, but he had 1 hit point of damage to him already from something. What, G?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, gotcha. All right, then that it for Pinocchio's turn.
That is it for Pinocchio's turn. He can't do a lot. He's kind of a one-trick pony. You do one other thing.
And Norok's turn then.
And he's got the oil of sharpness.
Right. That's all that music. That sound was his axe gleaming. Now it's a bless on him.
This is
I'll
kind
tell
of
you,
fun.
these guys, the Sawagan are like fish bones. Like you could probably push right through them if you were trying to, but you could cleave through them with 1 hit as well. If you hit one and kill it, it'll continue on to the next one.
Okay. Then I will do that then.
I think it's part of your Great Weapon Master, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you reduce the creature to 0 hit points with 1, you can make 1 melee weapon as a bonus action. So, yeah. The spike growth plus vine combo could be pretty deadly too, because you could use the vine to yank them back into the spike.
No, that's what I'm gonna do on my turn. I was trying to decide. That's
I'll tell you
I'm
there's
very.
more
I was
coming,
very.
So,
Yeah, I was
there's
very.
more coming.
I was very like trying to decide if that would be a good idea or not on the last turn. I couldn't
Yeah.
quite because I was like I could probably kill him without it, and then I'll have this up if it's an option, and it can move out.
Every 5 feet of it that it moves through, it'll take an extra D4 plus 1 or whatever it is on box.
Yeah.
That hits me.
I kind of figured if we're gonna be here for a while, I might as well keep Banjo up since it lasts 6 rounds.
Yeah.
And these rounds take 400 minutes.
Yeah. You swing your axe in a wide arc, cleaving through the first, with enough momentum that you can step forward to still hit the other if you're going to. Obviously, you can move between your attacks anyways. If you're talking to you, can't hear you. I haven't heard you for a while.
Can you hear me?
Yep. All right. Okay. That also hits. And also simply just cleave on through the second one,
Ooh!
cutting each of them in half. You still have 30. You're 35 feet total, right? Movement. 40 feet total. You have 35 more feet.
Okay. Was that was just counted as one attack, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you still have your regular extra attack and your bonus attack.
Okay.
Bonus action.
I thought it worked on multiple targets. I wasn't sure.
Only if you kill the first one, but yeah.
Yeah. Grab.
Okay. He is like wherever a crab's dick would be is about head height for you right now because he's floating up in the air.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I didn't think he was that tall. Jeez.
Do they also have a cloaca? Crab anatomy?
Justin didn't know what a cloaca was a couple days ago when we were playing a game, but I don't think crabs do. I'm not sure what the
I have no idea.
reproductory and excretory system of a crab is.
The poop just makes a bigger shell.
That's how they're shown. It's solidified crab poop. That hits. God damn it.
Voice changer.
There it is.
Alright. Oh, you're still adding your modifiers? Yeah. I should just put like a single button in there for all of your modifiers. It'd be a little easier than finding each one.
Yeah, it takes me a second.
And you roll again. Okay, it took me a second to figure out what the noise was. Remember when I told you guys that Chul is the one that accidentally, that I'd accidentally used the Chul to cast a spell of bless on you guys?
Yeah.
It was bless fault because Noah just killed the Chul. So, anyways, you guys still have the bless on. I was going to put it back on following. Any bonus actions, G?
No, that will be all.
All right. 1 sec here. I'm going to put the bless back on, this time from Olowin like it was supposed to be. It was Sarah, Arteme, and Norok. Alright. There we go.
Down from these spells.
What's that?
Can we cut
Nah.
down the time for some of these spells?
Yeah, some
Fucking
of them are
crank it.
ridiculous. The
3
thing is,
minutes.
never
I want the
follow which
free
ones-
bird of spells.
Some of them are fine and some of them are super, super long, but I never know which ones are which because it's part of them are random, and then also for spells that are not used very often, like bless doesn't come up that often. All right, the last remaining Sawagan that is currently approaching, anyways, is going to take another jab at Norok because he just came up in his face. As the other group is stepping out, which misses. It is Sai's turn. Clyde, do anything, Fox?
She's gonna go to the one ahead and just try and distract them.
All right.
So who's actually charmed? Is it just Arteme? Just Seraphina?
Sarah and Arteme. Oh, Sai was too. Sorry, Sai's not doing anything. Never mind. Sorry.
Thing died. Are we still charmed?
What's that?
Oh, the thing died though.
Yeah. So we're still charmed?
Let me look at the effect. I don't think that one. It might be. I'll look at it real quick. If it's concentration based and it would drop with concentration, or if it's because it's not a spell, it's an effect. So I've got to look at the. You guys don't know what this creature is yet. Anybody figure
It's
it out?
concentration. It's concentration for me, if you're curious.
Yeah, for a spell it is. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
it's not. It's not a spell. It's an effect. That. Oh shit! Some of these guys are still over here. So because some of the effects would be. Well, because it's like an innate ability, not an effect.
Got it. Because it's actually from the main guy, not these guys. It's just they're
well, that's part of it. But even though it would be
type.
cast through that one, you guys wouldn't necessarily know the difference. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference necessarily. But as far as the whether it would drop or not, since it's an internal effect, I guess is how I'd say that, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell. Sorry, I'm getting all these guys put on the map here.
Take your time.
If I can find them all. Can't have multiple groups on this. Another thing I don't like about the way these work in Fantasy Grounds is that all of them have to be individually placed. So if you have more than one group on the same map, you have to do them one by one.
I like that on Roll20. You can. The only thing I thought was neat there is you could, like, let's say you put those guys on the left and the right. You can actually set them to the background layer, and then everything else is on the token layer, so they won't move around at all.
Oh yeah,
click stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
Same with spell effects, but I have to put the spell effects on.
There's an add-on to do layers in this, but it's really buggy and causes more problems. So I don't end up using it. I tried it once and it didn't work out well. So. Right, so more of the guys come piling out of the group along the walls. In fact, it's more now cleared out, as well as for simplicity's sake, we'll just say that that's the last of the ones that were hanging around the outside. Sai was charmed. Yeah, hang on, I gotta look at the charm. Sorry. It's not a spell, but the effect would drop because he does have to concentrate on it. So the charm dropped when the Chul died. So Sarah is not charmed either. And nor is Sai. Alright, so what is Sai doing, Fox? Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
She's gonna go across those guys.
Which one? That's the wagon right there? Okay.
19.
Alright, then it is this Marathosian warrior's turn. It did see the spikes start to grow up out of the ground, but what is it? Is it a wisdom save or intelligence save they gotta make? Which one is it?
It's I think it's if they don't see it. Let me read it.
Okay.
A wisdom perception check against your save to recognize if the changers is hazardous. Wisdom.
They're kind of mindless. I would say that they weren't exactly paying attention to that until they were instructed to move in. So we'll go ahead and give them a shot here. 18 though, so yeah, so they saw it. So, all right. In that case, this Marathosian warrior is going to run around the outside. But it can't get very far, obviously, because it's trying to circle around the outside. This Chul is in the way, just going to kind of barrel through the Sawagan here. They are friendly and get in Norok's face, pincer on Norok, trying to snap at you with its claws. For a 20, it does hit. For 11 damage, which, half damage for resistance, is going to try to grapple you, G. Give me a dex save. Trying to hold on to you with its claws. All right. Yeah, he has advantage on dex saves from feral friend.
One of his rando things.
One of his things. One of his ragey things. The claw snaps into your hip, and you kind of just pull yourself free, trying to keep it from grappling you. It's going to grab you with its other claw. It can't attempt to grapple this time, but still hits at least. Another 2d6. still half resisted, of course. Bleeding wound out of your hip, but not enough to be too severe. Which Sawagan is this? I got too many guys.
You got a lot of dudes on there. A lot of dudes.
Just how Zach likes it. Oh, I know why. Whoops. Never mind. You guys in the chaos of the battle here start seeing occasional arrows clinking down onto the battlefield. Knowing, of course, that they were nearby, you look up to the ceiling above you, the cave far above, and there are in a couple of different spots you see ropes hanging down where there's some light shining through, like there's maybe a crack or something of that sort, and they're hanging from the ceiling off of these ropes and blinking arrows where they can.
Yes! Never doubted you, not for a second.
They're a bit too far to probably be able to tell which one's which, but an arrow does.
Whoa! What is happening?
What are you doing, Fox?
Sorry, I thought they were in there.
They're on the outside. They haven't moved.
Good job! These are.
I
I legit thought for some reason I wasn't looking at the actual thing.
Oh, you thought they
I
were
thought this was the elves from top were doing it. I was like, holy shit!
Well,
I'm so
real,
glad we persuaded them.
So for simplicity's sake, there are 3 that are helping you guys fire at these, and each of them get 2 shots. So then the ones that Artemis killed, as long as they hit, would still be. So I'll just roll the attack rolls here. 22 hits, 20 hits, 8 does not hit, 7 does. Well, that's a natural 1, and last one 21 hits. So 4 of them would still die. How many did you kill, Fox?
3.
All right, and then 1 was killed by the original archer. All right, so the arrows come plinking out through from the sky, picking off as many of the Sawagan as they can. That's force. Actually, 1 more of them is dead as well, which would be Sawagan 18. Let me find him.
Yeah, we're gonna kill everyone.
It is a Marathosian priest's turn, and similarly to the Chul and the previous priest, you see it lift up off of the ground. The neck snap back, eyes open up, kind of spraying out these purplish reddish eye beams. It is going to its closest target that it can see is shit. Give me a stealth check, Pogo.
On it.
Alright, it's not going to see Pogo then. It is going to look in Sarah's direction as the next closest target, 15 feet up. Sarah, give me a wisdom save.
Is it not a spell?
It's another of the effects. It's not a spell, yeah. It just mimics this. A lot of creatures' abilities will say use the effect, use this spell as the example for it. In your mind, no. If it was a spell, it would. It has spells too. The Chul definitely doesn't. This thing does. But this specific effect is a bonus action that it gets when it's possessed like this. You don't recognize what this is similar to, Becky? Nothing.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't.
Good. All the better. All the better. I did pretty directly rip it off. But all the better if it doesn't look like I ripped it off. Like, that's what D&D is. Like, as a DM, you pretty much rip off the stuff you like. The more creative you can be, the better. But anyway, in your mind, you hear this, and you are compelled to follow its orders.
Oh, no.
So as soon as your turn comes around, you will need to follow that order. Okay?
Okay.
You'll have a chance to resist it at the end of your turn. But that's so it's like a charm effect, basically similar to the other charm effect, except this is literally its command is what it is. Are you familiar with command?
Yeah.
And it's a 1-word command, and that's the word that you were given.
Okay.
So at the end, if you can survive through the end of your turn, then you get a chance to try to resist, and otherwise you have to keep following that order. It is Artemis' turn. Did you just tell Ben what it was? Is that what I heard?
No, I just sweet.
Huh?
Ben's gonna be like, a magic missile across the...
Yeah, I knew whatever that was gonna happen.
Use my
just-
Do what, Fox? Okay.
Did that hit?
15. No, I missed it.
Okay.
You fire an arrow at him, and it just deflects the arrow away with its axe. One of its axes.
Then I'm gonna use healing word on
You cut out right at the end there. On who?
healing word on Nora.
On Norok? Okay. Alright, Norok, some of your claw crab bites wounds stitched together. Any movement or anything, Fox? Any more movement?
Move back a bit. And that's it.
Okay. Then it is Pogo's turn.
Oh, looking around, assessing the battlefield.
Oh shit, that priest only used its action, not its bonus action. It didn't see... That's it, never mind, go ahead.
Okay. Assessing the battlefield. Question, is Sawagan 18 the one on the left side of the Chul and Marathosian Warrior 27? Right in between the middle of those? Is that 10 feet between both?
Where is 18?
I'm thinking about you casting Shatter. It's the one right up
behind
left
the
of the
Chul.
Chul.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like right, if I casted Shatter like right on the Chul, would I be able to hit all three of them in a 10-foot radius?
No. You'd be able to hit
No?
the Chul and Sawagan 18, or you could hit the Warrior and the Chul.
Okay.
But not all three. But it would, if you did the Warrior and the Chul, it's going to hit Pinocchio as well. Pinocchio's right in the middle.
I don't even see where Pinocchio is. Oh, he's a little tiny guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he was even there. Poor guy.
Oh, remember the Chul's floating,
Yeah.
so Pinocchio's like underneath him, basically.
Okay. My next question. Well, you know what? If I use my bonus action to pull the Marathosian priest at the north side of the spike growth, where would it pull it? Would it pull it right on top of it, or
20 feet towards where the vine source is.
okay?
He's
So
basically
5, 10,
center.
15, 20.
Which
So
is why
like
when
right
Army
in front
puts
of the
that in
vine.
there, it's like genius, because it'd be right in the middle of it. You could just keep yanking
Got
it
it.
back in if you need to.
Yep. So I'm going to start by using my bonus action to have the vine try to grab that Marathosian priest and pull it down. Oh, well, here's a better question. Since it's hovering, will it pull it hovered, or is it going to drag it to the ground first?
I'd say that it pulls it to like downward at an angle, and towards the base of the vine is what it's supposed to be. The vine is retracting, is what's happening. So yes, it would pull it through. Probably miss the first square, and then the 4 squares after that, it would drag it through.
Okay, then that is what I'm going to do for my bonus action is
Right.
have it grab that Marathosian priest.
Is it a deck save? What is it?
I got to look back up. Got a lot going on my page right now. 2
Yeah.
characters and this other counter charmy thing. Or this other majigaboo.
I've only got 12 plus your guys' character sheets and everything else. I get the deck
Yeah.
save, right?
I'll double check.
Got a 14.
It is 3 feet of underground is part of the contribution. Oh, dexterity saving throw. Yeah, so dexterity save.
And your DC is a 16, so he failed. Or she failed. She got a 14. So Fox, roll 4 for the spike growth on the Marathosian priest, if you would.
Which one?
There's only one Marathosian priest. There's 2 warriors and 1 priest.
I can't click on them.
Here, I'll
There's
move
700 things right there.
around. Yeah, there are. All right, right there on the right. You see it?
Let me just scroll down to the right spot.
Yeah, you can do it in the combat tracker too. 3 more. 4 total times. There we go. That's a good hit of the priest being grabbed out of the air by the crimson lash and then dragged through the icy purplish spikes, bleeding out and still not grappled, immediately releases and she floats herself back up, still with the eyes glowing. That it for Pogo's turn.
Let's see, I use bonus, use action, and I'm going to yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to keep my little bit of cover behind this little thing. Yeah, that's gonna do it.
All right.
Wait, did I use my action?
I don't know, you did.
I don't think I did. Okay, let me. I use my bonus. Yeah, I never actually used my action. I got all excited. I was going to cast Shatter, and then I got all thrown off.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, right in the middle. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then as my action, I am going to. Those two guys are too far away. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shatter right behind, right in between this Chul and Swagen 18.
Okay. Go ahead and target him and throw it out there. I think those are deck saves as well, but it'll automatically roll it.
Two. But I'm going to yell, "Everyone, close your ears!"
Norok's right in front of him. It's okay. He's too angry to be hurt.
And did I cast?
Nope. Oh shit, you did. Sorry. No, you hit the DC. So if you target them first and then click the cast button.
Oh, I think it's because they're just not targeted, huh?
Yeah, you have to target them first and then click the cast button, and it'll automatically roll the saves for them.
There we go.
I don't have to. There you go.
I had the wrong thing.
They both succeeded. They got an 18 and a 25.
Take
I
half
think it's still
damage, I
half
think?
damage, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half
So
damage. Yep, 10 damage to each of them. There's this explosion of noise coming from right on the other side of Norok, right on the other side of the shell of the Chul. And Norok, you see that its shell has.
By the way,
splintered
I think did I cast it on the warrior and the Chul, or the Chul and
You
the
did,
Salga?
you did,
I
yeah.
fucked
So I'll
up.
take
I'm
it
sorry.
off.
Can you manually figure that out for me?
Yep.
Thank
and
you.
then, so for narrative description, Norok, you see the Chul, the shell splinter and crack down the back, and then just explode out backwards from him, sprinkling the Sawagan behind him in chunks of shell. The Sawagan is toast. And the Chul took 10 damage. It is Sarah's turn. That it for Pogo's turn, right? You're not
Yeah,
moving?
that's it.
Okay. All right, Sarah's turn.
Almost didn't even do my action, guys. Fuck. I'm thrown off.
Question. This water that's around us, is it like down underneath, or is it just like a little
No,
lip?
it's right there. It's right there. It's real close. It's plenty close for you to follow orders.
Okay. Now, do I have enough of my own mind left to drop the broom, or would I take it with me?
You have to
on the
take the most direct route. Based on how it works, you would have to take the most direct route. So it would be
Yep.
fly
So
straight
right
to it.
there and straight into the water.
Yeah, but head first.
Yep.
What's
Right in.
going on, Seraphina?
You guys see Sarah kind of freeze still for a moment, and then turn slowly on the broom, and then as fast as she can, just race the broom down into the water face first, and hold her.
Seraphina's lost her mind, guys. She's gone. She's lost it.
Pretty much.
Go ahead and make another wisdom save. It's the end of your turn, but
Oh shit! I thought.
oh well, fuck. Natural
Yay.
20. So take down a good, 3-4 seconds worth of chokefuls of water, just swallowing it down on purpose, trying to get it into your lungs until you kind of snap out of it, reach your senses. The water is poisoned, so you're not feeling real good about that. It's like viscous and disgusting, but you snap out of it enough to kind of lift your head up above the water and kind of shake your head clear.
I definitely thought that was actually some cool new spell that she had. That was about to happen. I thought she was about to turn into something, or like create some like crazy water wave.
The mind controlled, the one that is being controlled right now of the priestess used the spell command on her and told her to drown.
Wow.
So she went in to go try to drown herself because she failed her wisdom
Real
save.
fucking neato.
But she succeeded on the second one, so she didn't die.
Yay!
If you guys haven't noticed, now she's just what? Now she's just mad and soaked in poisonous water.
Mm-hmm. That's
Right.
why she's mad.
Are those things considered spells, command, or charms? Are those considered charms, or are those something different?
Specifically, command is a charm spell, yes,
Got it.
or a charm effect in this particular case. But yeah,
Okay.
Which is why it didn't work on the previous. It was a different one. It was hypnotic pattern, the one that mimicked hypnotic pattern, but it did not work on Norok because that would have been a charm.
Okay.
All right, Olowin's turn. Let's see. Is there?
Olowin,
No.
attack the one over by the well. Whatever that is. It's kinda
yeah,
like, that one.
she's looking for what because the thing is, at least the one that was pulled into the center is the glowing one, and she knows that's to be the larger threat. So she is going to, even though that there's two warriors that are still out in the open, she's going to send a phantasmal force at the priestess. Oh, I thought it would make that automatically roll. It's not. Which fails. 17 more damage. Is that enough? Jeez, I have too many things on here. That is enough. The priestess, having been dragged through the purple ice, is then hit by a psychic assault from Olwen and is stopped moving at the base of the crimson vine. It is Pinocchio's turn. I don't know how this little guy survived this long.
Pinocchio's awesome. He's fantastic. He's now in between two giant fucking warrior guys.
Yeah, underneath one. If that Chul gets killed, he's coming down.
He's gonna turn around and he's going to try to grapple the. Actually, no. I'm gonna tell him to attack. Is the Chul hovering? No.
No, that was the other one. This one's just 8 feet tall, and your guy's just 2 feet tall. That's all. He's like he's not under him, like he's not hovering like the other one was. Different guy.
I'm gonna have him go ahead and do both attacks against this Chul and try to grapple him.
Okay. Roll your d20s. They're +5s versus an 18. Nope. That one will not hit.
Nope.
And nor will that. He tried his best.
You're doing your best, Pinocchio. We all love you. Nothing but encouragement.
The warrior is going to step kind of directly over, essentially, just ignoring the itty bitty little briarling, and is going to spin whirling axes at Norok.
Cutting words.
Okay, go ahead. That was a 19.
Cutting
What's
words.
your ACG? AC is a 16. So if you roll above a 3 or above, then it'll miss.
Sorry.
With a cutting words distraction.
No. Yeah? Wait. What? I forgot how cutting words works.
you roll your D8
That's
because your bardic inspiration or D8s.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, parts.
So still going to mark off the inspiration, but the first attack
Yep.
hits. Except I grabbed the wrong die.
So you're gonna say, Atlantis is a terrible area.
That'll show him. For 11 damage, partially resisted, and swings back with the left into Norok's back. Also hits. For another 12 damage, again half resisted. Norok's turn. So this warrior on your right and this crab man in front of you, both swinging at you, trying to take chunks out of Norok.
Guys, I think if any more eyes start glowing, we need to fucking kill those things first. Just throwing it out there. You know, I totally forgot that most of these spells only last 6 rounds, and I feel like we're getting pretty close.
We're coming to the end of round 3 soon. A little over halfway. That hits.
That's not too bad.
Only round 3? There's a lot
Yep.
of guys.
There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
guys.
we're not getting this. We're not getting done with this battle before.
This has been
we're
18
done.
seconds. Remember the elves are coming up here in a second, and they get 6 shots.
It's true.
Okay, but we're almost at time too. We might not finish in
Plus,
If Norok
killing them all is still on the table.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
sure, but I mean,
we
as
still
far
have
as
the boss, so we're gonna.
yeah, you guys haven't seen what's down at the bottom of the stairs yet. You're not making it out of this place in this session, if that's what you're hoping.
No.
Yeah, no,
thinking.
no. We're probably just gonna finish this room in this session.
Yeah, hopefully, anyways. That misses you.
Okay.
Did you frenzy?
No, actually, I didn't. So
Okay.
not yet.
Is that if your turn then? You're not gonna move. All right.
No,
See if he noticed the spikes come up. Nope. All right, so he'll notice it on his first step, but he doesn't have very many hit points. So go ahead and roll the spike growth on Sawagan 26 for me, Fox. He's got 5 hit points, so if you roll well enough, oh, that was enough.
Nice, good roll.
He steps into max damage for it. He steps
strategy.
into it, nicks an artery. That was a great strategy, especially with the vine there. Like, you guys haven't needed to necessarily use it so much, but the range on the vine is bigger than the spike growth, and he can yank them right to the middle, so through it, and then they'd have to walk back out going through it a second time. So it's a real good idea. All right.
Now,
so,
if only it was one of those ones where it's like, whenever someone steps inside the circle, they get pulled. Like the ones where it happens on every person's turn.
Tentacles. Yeah.
Basically, the way it does for the spike growth more so. Oh, that would be fucking critical. But this is so good. I like it.
1 miss, 3 hit. That was a natural 20. Hang on. So hit, miss, hit, natural 20. One more. And another natural 20. Shit.
Holy shit.
And one of them was Eviscerate, and the other one was called Mighty Blow, which is double, three standard critical hits for the target. Rain of arrows plinking down on the remaining guys here. I didn't roll damage individually, which means the 2 crits I'm going to have to manually do here. They're only a d8 plus 4 for each one, so that's 18 for the crit. That one would still... 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. I didn't do the crit for the second one, but Sawagan arrows just plinking through, so like going square through the flesh and then into the ground. You hear the clinking sounds of them hitting in. That guy only had 20 hit points, so the 18 would not be enough to finish him. But he's still alive. Whoops. Oh. I guess they're just built-in hotkeys. That's what that must be. So that guy's still alive.
Damn it.
Fucking hate that. I gotta fix those hotkeys. It's gonna drive me nuts. Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah.
They jewel in the opening in the shell right behind you, Norak. You see 2 different arrows plink into the back of the jewel, into the open spot of the shell. Sawagan has killed the warrior that is left, so he's still alive. And one Sawagan is still left. That's it.
Now every single spot is rough terrain.
There's
littered
bodies
with dead bodies.
Yeah, this whole place is just covered in, some of them crab, some of them fish, some of them vaguely humanoid.
Have you ever had like a poor boy sandwich? Anyone? We're gonna be eating good tonight.
It's funny. The one that Sai has been harassing this entire time, still perfectly fine. Like, nobody's touched that one. It is the only Sawagan that's still standing. And then there's a warrior that's on the other side that was trying to run around the spike growth but didn't see it. It is the warrior's turn, actually. It can make it to Pogo.
Do I get any cover, or is he just too close?
It can't really. She doesn't try to step into the water, so you're going to have half cover, which is +5 to your AC.
Fuck yeah!
Well, I'll just do -5 on.
By the way, I'm still holding a torch and my shield. That's I haven't even. That's all I got is my torch and my shield.
That's fine. The shield will still work.
Yeah.
21 still hits, so even with the -5.
Oh shit!
And it's whirling axes. She gets 2 attacks.
On the second one, can I do cutting words?
Yeah. You
Actually,
succeeded on concentration.
Yeah.
So, which I don't really even need anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna use cutting words one more time.
Okay.
I'll roll
So if you swung down at you a second time, it would definitely still hit. So go and roll your cutting words. So she got a 25.
Oh shit!
And you rolled an 8, which would bring it down to 17. Yeah, 17. What's your AC? 17. Technically, it goes to the runner, which means it would.
But don't I have +5?
Oh shit! I did not put the +5 on the second attack, only on the first one. So she swings down. It glances off the side of it, and it scratches over your arm. And you look up and verbally harass her. What are you doing? How are you distracting her?
Sushi's not even that good, anyways.
She looks very confused and kind of loses her aim, misses with her second attack. It is Launder's turn. He's just going to back away and throw Healing Word at you for 4 total healing.
Yay!
Yeah, we'll get back around to Artemis' turn. Oh, we've already seen this effect lots of times. I'm just going to tell you, the Sawagan, who is in front of Sai, lifts up off the ground, eyes glow, now is under the mental control of the warrior. Sawagan is now empowered. The itty bitty little Sawagan is the only thing that's still around.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Sarah and then touch her and use Luster.
Okay. Sarah even hurt?
No.
She's poisoned.
Oh,
she has poison from chucking down 3 gulps into her lung, like still choking and everything, but not poisoned it from less respiration.
And then I'm gonna use my spark bow and hope I get a hit.
That hits.
Yay! Finally a hit!
Nice roll too.
So this Sawagan, as it's lifting up off of the ground in front of Sai, you would have had advantage on that from Sai anyway. But Sai is like yipping at it, trying to yank at it, trying to distract it. Lifts up off of the ground, eyes glowing, beaming out, and then takes an arrow through the throat and just falls to the ground right in front of Sai. He gets shot out of it. All right, it is Pogo's turn.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to.
She has 2 hit points left, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the tentacle, whatever it's called. Go ahead and grab her and pull her through the spike growth, and then I'd like to take a opportunity attack as my can I do an opportunity attack with my giant torch that I have?
It's your turn again. You just got your reaction back. So, if you want, sure.
So I'm going to use that as it's getting, while it's getting pulled to the. Let's do the spike growth first.
Well,
let's see if it gets pulled through.
Spikes. It has 2 hit points left, and the minimum damage.
But it might roll a dexterity save.
Oh, okay, against the vine, sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my bonus action.
16.
16.
10. 13 total now.
Cool, so it gets pulled through, and then in that case I won't. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to. Once I see it getting pulled through, realizing that I'm an idiot, I will just let it pull through the spike growth.
Okay. Well, you step out and begin to poke out. Go ahead.
I am going to. No, fuck that. I'm going to use my reaction also as it's getting pulled out of my range. I'm just going to fucking try to bash it with my fiery stick.
All right. Then it gets dragged into the spikes as you are bashing away at it. It is just being raked through like a sharp sandpaper, leaving this kind of red crayon of blood across the ground. It is dead. Your vine is still there, though. I deleted the wrong token.
Understandable. And is there anything else on the screen that we can see? Anything coming up these stairs?
Nothing coming up the stairs, but now that there is nothing blocking it anymore, you can see ahead of you, past those stairs and then down. I'm going to reveal it on the map, and then we'll call it the end here. If I can find my cursor again. I'm going to do, Sarah, Fox, do you mind if I kill the spike growth token?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Do I have to put the damage on the guy, though? Or is he just dead?
It was minimum damage. She had 2 hit points left, and the damage is 2d4, meaning that even if you rolled 1s on both, which of course you probably would still have killed it. So that makes sense.
Damage.
Okay.
Suck it.
Overkill. Gotcha.
All right. So hang on, I gotta grab the things here and put them on so that you guys can see them. I'll remove these guys. Oh, good. They are still on the map. Okay.
Out of curiosity, are we going to still be in battle order? Like, are we still initiative from the previous one, or no?
There is just a quiet lull. You can hear that there's something moving in the water outside the bay. And I'm going to show that to you here in just a moment. I'm trying to unmask it, but it's a giant one, so I want to do it in bits, because if I unmask the entire thing all at once, then it might lock up for you guys.
Okay.
Another one of the memory problems.
Would we have to like move closer, like dash up to go forward, or?
There's a lull enough in time that if you guys are, is anybody going?
Oh wait, I get it. I just now figured out what this overall area looks like. I just now figured it out.
Okay. Now does it make better sense then? All right.
Now
Yeah,
it makes more sense.
I had a bunch of the map covered, so if you guys hadn't seen the sides where it was all rocky, then it makes sense that probably wouldn't have translated as well as to what I was trying to describe. You're in like basically this temple has a cave all around it essentially, and above you is just like kind of wide open air. But if you guys walked up, we'll just narratively because we're at time anyways, assume that somebody at least walked up to those stairs which go down, and then once you look out past those stairs, you see what's called a nave, but kind of the main part of a church in this temple here. There are 3 illithids standing around an altar. You guys can see them on the map there, but they're kind of small tokens.
I'm gonna use my. Do I have the
Can you use what? Do what?
Oh, never mind. I don't have the spell. I was gonna say I'm just gonna like borrow size senses, but I don't have the spell.
Well, you can walk to the top of the stairs. Remember, those stairs go down, so if you just walk to the top of the stairs, you can see all of this. But if you use the movement on the map and look further north, you'll see that nave area, there are 3 illithid there that are standing around an altar, not facing you. They're facing out towards the bay. And then if you go a little bit further north, you'll see that in the bay there is what has been waiting for you this whole time.
Okay.
You'll see a really cool ping image.
Yeah.
Love the water
Real
effects.
Very pink. The purplish water?
No, the ripple effects around the tentacles.
Oh, yeah. The art is like the artist drew it so it's kind of half in water. But you see that
cool.
It's called an aboleth. You guys know what an aboleth is? Anybody ever heard of that?
Yep. I was going to put one in my game, but I'm not going to do that now.
They'd be a little bit high for where our guys are. I mean, you can do it later, of course. They're pretty tough.
I'm going to give you a hint. It had something to do with your character's story. Now it's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, don't just because
you ruined it for yourself, Jeremy.
All right, I'm gonna say goodnight because I'm starving and I need to go make food.
All right, that was a good way to end down.
Great fight.
Great job, everybody.
It lasted the whole time, but yeah, great fight.
Pretty much did, yeah.
It was fun. All right.
At least nobody died this fight. It's the first fight nobody downed or died.
Yes, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah tried, but
Sarah tried real hard.
Night, Fox.
Night.
So next week.
Oh, I forgot she's 3 hours ahead too, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but she has a real weird schedule. Like doesn't sleep regular hours either. So like for her, this is like breakfast time essentially. Let's see though. Next week is the 23rd. Everybody good for the 23rd?
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we will.
I'm excited, guys. That worked very nicely.
Yeah, you guys did real well. Like that was so. As you guys can see, you know what I mean. Like that's why I tried to give you kind of a heads up at the beginning that if you guys didn't handle that somewhat tactically, remember Josh and I explained this to you a little bit too. But the action economy, any whichever side, good guys or bad guys, whichever side has the more number of attacks has the much higher advantage, has a much higher chance of being winning. So even if they only have 1 hit point, even if they're only little minions and stuff like that, where they still have a full attack, full damage, they can really wipe out a party real fast, especially with stuff that can grapple you.
Dude, Pinocchio straight up killed one dude, did 1 damage to another dude, and one guy tried to attack him twice and missed twice. So he all 3 of those. Yeah, and Slow fucking saved our ass because Charmin, what's the dog's name? Shan, fucking, because of Slow was able to rip that other dude apart. Oh yeah, we did. That was, I think, one of our most tactically well done battles.
I really like complex tactics and good tactical planning, but we don't get a lot of that.
Well, it's the thing that's so hard is so this battle we didn't know what we were running into. So you don't have what's funny is in our other game, people have come up with plans where they know exactly what the situation is, and they still completely fall apart. Because there's they don't put enough planning into it, and then but this one, it's funny because you have no idea what other people are gonna do. I legitimately thought Seraphina was gonna turn into some cool thing in the water. I had no idea. I was like, ooh, new spell. What's gonna happen? Oh, she's killing herself. Oh. Yeah, we can't joke about that.
Yeah, I took the options. Each of these times that one of them got controlled like that, they had basically an extra set of bonus actions and reactions that the other guys wouldn't have. So there weren't a lot of opportunities that they actually got to use all the extra cool stuff. But I made them all kind of thematically around what these creatures are, right? And instead of something like grovel, like the kind of basic options for command are things like grovel or drop or pray, things like that, and they're all kind of meaningless. But for something like this, if it would, giving it a single order or single word command like that, then something like drown made more sense, and I thought it would be more fun. So,
Drowned.
Sarah's really mad she's covered in nasty shit now.
yeah, ruined her fine clothes. She just realized
dirty water is probably cleaner than it was before. I think we're probably more gross. Imagine we're 3 feet tall and we're about to push through like legit dead bodies for like the next 15 feet.
No. Sarah is floating. She does not touch dead bodies.
Yeah.
I have to take a second and refill. I forgot to use an action to refill my blood jar. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it once we murder everything.
So but for next week, then you guys do have an idea of what you'll, because you at the top of the stairs, you would have been able to see it. There are 3 illithid, which you saw how dangerous 1 can be. So there's 3 of them, and the big bad guy.
Yeah, and the problem is that flow doesn't necessarily work on a lithic because it's a wisdom save.
So I can't remember last time when we were fighting that illithid. I know he had that weird electrical attack that froze us. That wasn't a charm attack. That was something physical, right?
Electrical attack that froze you.
It paralyzed us. Remember? We had some attack that paralyzed us?
Hang on, let me look.
Would that have been a charm spell, or is that a physical spell?
Let's see, I'm looking through the spell list right now. It used Lightning Bolt on you guys. It tried to use Ray of Enfeeblement on Norok, and it used Shocking Grasp and Mind Blast. I think you're talking about the cone, the big cone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, the giant cone that hit everybody. That's called Mind Blast. That's its like one of its racial abilities things.
But that's not a charm spell. That's just an attack spell.
It is a magic attack, but it's not a spell. It's a 4d8 plus 4 psychic damage, and then if you fail to save, it stuns you for.
Okay.
Stun.
I have the ability to counter charm, which I can't decide if it's going to be handy or not, because it would have been handy on these guys, but it's literally like I have to do it through my turn. Like it's like something I have to sing a song or something.
When somebody else is already charmed, is that what it is?
Well, it doesn't remove. That's actually something else I was curious if it removes it. But basically, anyone that can hear me is immune to charm spells. Anyone that I choose that can hear me is immune to charm spells for the duration. But that means I have to. That's my action. Like I have to keep it up for the entire turn. So like if I get knocked unconscious or if I can't do anything else as a reaction, things like that. Like it takes my whole turn to just hold counter charm.
Way, just because this will still be a hard fight that you guys are going into, and you're going in not with full resources now. So I'll tell it to you this way, that might be something that could be useful, and if you narratively needed it to make sense, just ask Olwen before you guys.
Well, I'll tell you what I was planning on doing is while we were going down into if we were going to fight the Lithid guys or whatever was doing these charm spells, I was going to start counter charm by singing a song as we were approaching, and just kind of try to hold it and like keep it almost like as a continuous action while we're going into the next area to try to make sure that no one gets freaked out before we even get to the people. That was my bardic plan in my mind. So
I mean, you wouldn't do this anyway. Don't meta knowledge what an aboleth can do, but I'll tell you that you, and Pogo would know this too, of course, having seen multiple times of the creatures it was controlling.
That's my thought.
Things. Yeah, so Pogo would understand that could potentially be useful.
Okay.
Narratively, you can ask Olwen before you guys go down the stairs or something too if you needed extra.
Okay, because that was legit when people were getting charmed. That was what I was looking at. I was like, okay, well, we can maybe at least keep us from getting charmed through the next chunk if this is going to happen for a while. So that was Pogo's idea, and it doesn't cost me any spell slots or anything. It's just something I have to hold, like an action that I have to continuously do.
Yeah,
which isn't the end of the world. I think I still might get a bonus act. I don't know. I'll read through it, figure it out before next week.
Yeah, I'd say you'd still like a bonus action to do playing a song.
Yeah. Speaking of food, I'm going to go eat food too. By the way, Pinocchio is around for an hour, so he's still got some time with us for the next week.
Yep.
Good old Pinocchio. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yeah.
I do.
Bye.
I'm going to show Foundry to Fox here in a few minutes, guys. If you want to see, it's nothing new, of course, over last time. I haven't really changed much in it as far as the settings, but if you guys want to see it, you can. I'm not sure what Fox was thinking as far as what she might want to roll. I'm going to leave. Yeah, I'll just leave Fantasy Grounds up. I'll launch Foundry. How you guys doing as far as working and stuff? Everything going okay for, everything starting to get back to normal up there, all that stuff?
It never really changed.
Yeah.
It was like, well, by now, probably a little bit more, but at least a couple weeks ago, there was like literally 20 cases of COVID in our county. So,
Yeah.
like most places, even grocery stores and stuff, are not requiring masks or any of that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, our lives haven't changed at all. Becky and I haven't even missed any work. So, we're lucky, actually.
The only thing I miss is going to Goodwill.
Is it closed?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, plenty of places closed and stuff, the places that had to and everything. Like, the gym's been closed for, a couple months or whatever now, that type of stuff. But, I mean, for the most part, haven't really major changes since we don't really leave the house and we don't eat out at restaurants. We don't do any of that shit, really, already, so.
Have they given you guys any indication then? I mean, you guys living above the gym there and everything, have they, like, said, we're going to sell the place, or, like, you guys need to move or anything like that?
No, well, they're obviously going to sell the place because there's new development going on around here that's going to definitely increase the property values around here.
Yeah.
Some nicer houses going up in this same neighborhood. And so it's obvious that the owner is just holding on to the place until he's able to sell it. But whoever buys the place is just going to level this and put residentials here, because everything else going up here is residential. So
yeah, I saw that the two
lots
boxes
last for a while. So.
Was that 2018 or was it 2019? Was it a year and a couple months ago when it came up, or was it 2 years and a couple months ago?
I think it was last March, wasn't it? Like last March or April or
It was
something?
definitely in March. Yeah, it was definitely in March, but I don't remember if it was 2018 or 2019. Couldn't have been that long.
But I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. I guess I don't need that anymore.
What about you? Stuff
Huh?
wild down there? Was everybody going crazy down there in Sacramento with the, actual population and stuff instead of the little tiny town up here?
Really, it was dead for a while. Like there was just no traffic, nothing. It was just, the whole place was looked like a ghost town, for a while. But it's completely back to normal. Like there's just as much traffic as ever. It's freaking obnoxious.
Pretty much the same way here. Is work slowing down, or are you still crazy?
Today, quite literally, no exaggeration at all. Today was my first whole day off. I did not work at all today. I still got a couple of calls, but I didn't actually work very much, except for responding to some emails and stuff. But I have today was my first whole day off. I made it through the entire day. Didn't have to otherwise work at all. And it was my first day off since March 15th, literally March 15th. So I worked yesterday was 2 months straight, 2 months and 1 day technically. And I had 1 day in there that I worked like 5 hours right after our game, actually. So one of the, right after the game when I had to work and do an AT&T update, I had to work 5 hours after that. But it's starting to get like closer to, regular in that, like, I don't have to go into the office as much. I'm mostly, working from home like normal. It's just still long hours, but, at least it's at home, which isn't so bad. Fox doesn't have a character made in D&D Beyond yet, so she won't be able to see that. You can still show her the map stuff, I guess. I'll put, let's see. Can I give her one of the other actors? I think I can. Hey, Fox.
So how do I do this?
All right, let me grab the invitation link for you. Ben and Becky, if you guys want to connect, you can. It's up if you guys want to see it again. I know you already have, but
Yeah,
Oops,
sorry. I started hitting them with the thing because I thought they were in. I kind of spaced out thinking about food because I was really hungry. So I'm like, oh, that's what.
you're fine. It's doesn't matter everything. I had to be on for some other stuff anyway, so it's no big deal. I just dropped the link in your chat in Discord.
Okay.
Do you? I'm sure you didn't, right? But you didn't make a D&D Beyond account or any of that stuff yet.
No.
Okay, so what we'll do basically the part of the benefit of this is it has a lot of integration with what's called D&D Beyond, which is the like official D&D product for digital character creation and stuff. The same way that Fantasy Grounds is a third party one that has a license for it for actual Wizards of the Coast and D&D. The Wizard D&D Beyond is the actual licensed product or the like well technically it's still third party, but anyway, you will create a character there and then it imports everything into this, and that way like you always have access to your like full character sheet and everything, even when the server's not up, which is cool. But you don't need it for right now. Just that's a bunch of the cool features are there, and I could give you like an idea. I can show you some screenshots here. Once you connect to that though, well go to that link.
Yeah, I did, but it's saying I need an access key.
You don't need an access key. You can leave that part empty. For the drop-down box, just pick Fox and then hit like join or whatever.
Okay, that's excellent. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't put passwords or anything in yet for that. It's not. It would only be for your login, so that's the only place it would matter. But I'll put passwords in for you guys once we actually create it. This is still just a test server. I didn't set up the full thing yet.
Saying it's made for 1366 by something, and mine is 1404.
You can just click it off. It doesn't matter. This is still the beta version. It's not actually released until the 22nd, I think. A few more days. So this map is it all dark for you? Is everything dark?
Mostly dark.
Okay. All right. Let me give you a token here. Let's see. I will give you my guy. Is what we'll do.
Not letting me change my player avatar.
Yeah, I have to give you one. I haven't assigned you a character yet because you
Gotcha.
didn't have one imported. So I'm just going to assign you one real quick. I'm just going to give you Rav. There it is. All right. Now, if you down in the bottom left corner where you see Game Master and then Fox.
Yep.
Right click on Fox and then go to Player Configuration.
Okay.
And do you see in there? It'll say Player Avatar. Then there's just a little picture, and then Player Color. Right now, it's that lime green where it says Select Characters. Or anything beneath that, or just the Save Configuration?
No, just save configure.
Okay, I don't think I saved it. Let me check my side.
Oh, there we go.
Does it show Rav there?
No, it doesn't.
All right. It might not be able to have two owners. That could be why. Save changes. I'm going to give you Westra at the moment, see if that'll work. I'm still learning how this all works, too. I haven't actually had much time with live users.
At least I found a blue I like, and it's
I've assigned that. Oh, hang on. I set Fox to owner. Try clicking. No, you can't see them anyways, can you?
See stuff.
How do I assign one of these? What's that?
I can see some stuff on the map.
Well, what I wanted to show you, that's okay. We'll set it up, where you actually, roll your own character and everything. Do you have an idea of what you want to play?
Not really. I'm just gonna pick something at random for now.
Sure. Well, I don't mean for tonight. Obviously, we're not actually playing anything tonight. But as far as for the one shot when we get around to this,
Yeah.
but as far as the setup is, you'll actually make a character on D&D Beyond. Do you have like a throwaway Google account, like one that not real?
Mm-mm. I don't use Google at all. I avoid it like the plague.
Yeah.
have some gaming Proton Mail accounts.
That might work. I'm not sure if you. Well, I think it requires a Google account. And I'm putting that in air quotes. In that you like, I think you can still make those with just a regular any other email. I'll check. If not, I'll just make one with fake info for you, and then you will have access to the character anyways, and then you'd be able to basically just give you the account information, but it won't have it won't be actual Google for you at all. You just have to have a Google account to create a D&D Beyond account, and then the D&D Beyond account is not attached otherwise. So you don't actually log in. You'll see what I mean when you go to the page. It's one of the things where the sign in for D&D Beyond is sign in with Google or Facebook, maybe. I obviously don't use Facebook at all. And I think there's a third option, but I can't remember what it is.
Okay, so you could sign in through those platforms, but you don't need to.
That's normally the case, yes, but you can't create it. You can't create just a plain email one, or at least not when I set mine up. You actually had to sign in through one of those third-party services. Let me check real quick.
It's just
Yeah, it was. I was pretty annoyed by it too. Actually, it may be changed by now, but let me see. Sign out. Google, Twitch, or Apple are the three. Do you have a Twitch account?
weird. No.
Hang on. New to D&D Beyond, create account. Sign in with Google, sign in with Apple. Yeah, so it's still the same even when you create one. But I can just make one for you. A fake one, obviously not with any actual information. Just a fake account, and then you would be signing in with your email. You wouldn't actually be signing in with any Google information.
I have a Apple one based on my mom's dog.
Based on your mom's what?
Dog.
Okay, dog. Well, that would work fine too, doesn't it? But here, I'll just show you what D&D Beyond looks like. There we go. But it's basically that's the nearest to first party as it gets. Very for having characters, like all the normal stuff. The same things that are all in Fantasy Grounds are all built into this too. Hey Becky.
Oh, hey, yeah, Ben's phone kicked him off again, so we just connected to mine.
Gotcha, no problem. So that's basically like the character integration comes from that, and then you have that all imports into Fantasy or into Foundry rather. So even then, you don't actually need once the character's created. The only time you need it again is when you do a level. But I can always put your options in for you and stuff like that, anyways, if you want, even the same way that it is in Fantasy Grounds, if you'd rather.
I'll look into it and probably just use the Apple thing for just set it up if I have to, and go from there. Yeah, this looks like it won't be too bad. It seems pretty much the same. Like the setting stuff is a bit different.
The layout is, but it's really. I wanted to show you some things. Like, do you see? It's so dark for you. You won't be able to actually see it until you have a character associated. That I'm trying to get it to where you see that where the select character thing is. It should have the option there.
I see Wisteria.
Oh, Westra? Okay. If you click on her, does it like highlight the hallway? Does that room light up?
Yeah, I see the hallway a bit. Like I don't see that much of it, but I see a bit of it.
Yeah, but it's lit up now though?
Yeah, it's lit up. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna check my feed.
Okay. That was a long fight.
It was a good fight, though. Yeah.
That's not. So, not even kidding. You guys went through 2 waves. I actually had room for there to be 3 because I wasn't sure how long that part was going to take. I had enough NPCs for there to be 3 full waves, and you guys finished 2. But the plan was that it would only be 2 unless you guys got through it too fast, and there'd be a third. But then down below is the 3 Illithid, and then the big guy after that. So the Illithid might take most of next session, and then the big guy, depending on how long it takes you guys to get through. So if you guys get through the Illithid through most of next session, you'll have, if you want to, you'll have the opportunity to talk to the big guy. Maybe anyways, depending on choices you guys make. So we'll see how long it takes to get through the next session.
Let's hope we do that, because I'm running out of spells.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Is that like you guys? You didn't waste them, but you kind of burned through some of your spell slots and everything doing the puzzle, right? So you weren't going into this with full resources and then had to use a bunch of your resources to keep yourselves from getting too torn up. But you managed to get through that with like barely a scratch. So I mean, you guys are in good shape health wise. It's just a matter of the resources that you burned, spell slots, etc.
Yeah, I managed to keep both my
I missed the last part of that. You managed to keep what?
both my 4th level.
Oh yeah. What is your 4th? You have slow at 3rd. What's at 4th level for you?
Blight and Vitrolic Spear.
Oh yeah, those are good. So next week for sure we'll probably still be Fantasy Grounds for at least a little while yet, because Foundry I need to, this is still just a test server. I haven't actually built a real server with it yet and put any of our stuff into it. Hey Fox. So it'll still be a bit before I actually finish everything that we need for Foundry. But I really like it. Like the bunch of the features and stuff are super cool. Like, okay, Fox. So now that you can click on Westra, right, and it does like that room is now illuminated.
Yeah.
Like you see the light. So use the arrow keys or WAS and D, and you'll see that how she moves.
Kind of like
now,
this.
Kind of like what?
Kind of like this.
Yeah. So so do you see how the shadows are changing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that it has dynamic lighting. It will turn on things like if your character's carrying a torch, it'll do that. It has the proper distances of how far your character can see. If there is a creature that is outside of your vision, they won't show up on the map for you. Windows, fences, things like that. In fact, right behind you there's a door. Actually hold down Shift and then hit S, for example, and that's how you rotate your character around for what direction you're facing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then if you use Control, it'll be like fine-tuning that, or you can use the mouse wheel to rotate as well. But you can fine-tune it by small amounts. You can draw your cones and stuff like that. Down at the bottom, do you have the taskbar, like the way that like an MMO has a hotbar, right?
Yes.
So down there, when you import your character, you can go. In fact, actually.
Oh, it's a macro. Okay.
Yeah, it's a macro bar, but you can drop like spells that you use most often, things like that. You can drop them down there, kind of like the F keys are in Fantasy Grounds, except that when you click them, it actually does everything like for you, and it looks cool. So right click on Westra, and then click the I don't know if you can see character sheets like that. Try double clicking the token for Westra.
Character sheet is up.
Okay, so that character sheet then, so you can see the character sheet and it shows, Westra, human, urban bounty hunter, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Go to features. And then grab Action Surge and Second Wind and drag those down to the bar.
They should already be down there.
Well, they might be. They are for you, but I'm not sure if that saves per character or if it saves from your computer. I'm not sure.
They weren't.
Okay, yeah. So once you put them down there, click on one of them, or just press the hotkey. And on the right side,
that'll help me. Okay. So what am I doing?
Oh, okay. Sorry. There we go. Now I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. So you put them down there. Okay. On the right bar, like the thing on the far side, the right pane, essentially the entire right side of your screen there.
This this side.
Yep.
Okay.
So click the left tab, and that's the chat window. And it basically kind of like the chat window in Fantasy Grounds or anything else, right? This is where everything goes. So if you used the net, that's basically, I just used the net. That's why it shows it up there. And you could just click the attack button and it would automatically do stuff like roll the associated dice and blah, 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 just like Fantasy Grounds does. But it gives you all the information in there too. It's really, really cool like that. Oh, you can also see, of course, that they're animated. Like those zombies move a little bit.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Okay, so if I go like that, if I click on it.
See, so that like when you clicked it, that's telling you how Action Surge works, that you can use it once per short rest and so on. If you have a character that has spells, then you could put your spells down there and it would do the stuff like, tell you all the information about it, what the damage dice are, what the save is, etc. Automatically mark it off. So automatically put up stuff like your concentration, automatically mark off spell slots, things like that. The Fantasy Grounds does all of it, of course, but it just has a lot more kind of complexity to it in some cases, like where you have to remember to use this effect but not that one, those kinds of